Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Shaking, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eye. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, folks. This is the Bible Guy coming at you live from Northeast Texas. Guys, like, listen, there is some bullshittery going on right now here in the United States. So I just want to see some support for the oppressed right now. And if you're in the YouTube comment section right now and you're a member, let's drop some of those crush ice stickers. I want to see some crushed ice out there. That's some nonsense. And also, I learned a nifty little fact today. Apparently, in Japanese, the word maga means calamity or in disaster. Isn't that fit? Doesn't that just make the most amount of sense that makes more sense than anything I've ever heard before. There you go. Oh, absolutely. Fuck ice. Yeah, I want to see some warmth melt these motherfuckers, if you know what I mean. But we love the TikTok shop. All right. Everyone, make sure you are tapping that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about how the Bible is bullshit. Or how the Bible is bullshit. Everyone, make sure you are tapping the screen. All right. Repost, share, and like the live. Send your daily heart me, says Pokey Gurumi. Absolutely, Pokey. Thank you so much. And if you are a Christian out there or someone who in general believes that the Bible is not bullshit, come on up. Let's have that conversation. Because based on everything I've seen so far, I'm not convinced. Charlie says, so are you. Demonstrate that I'm bullshit. Come on, demonstrate it. I can demonstrate the Bible's bullshit. Anyways, let's see. Let's fucking go. More of that vocalizer. Absolutely. Fuck ice, baby. Anyways. Abuse walking into a bar. The bartender says, hello, officer. A murderer, a Nazi, and a domestic abuser walk into a bar. The bartender says, hello, officer. Zinger. Love to see that. That was so good. Anyways, loving the facial hair. Like, guys, I told you, y'all said y'all like the facial hair, so I started growing it back out. Cross and Cord Rosary says, how is the Bible bullshit? Well, Cross and Cord Rosaries, you're more than welcome to come on up, and I'll tell you how the Bible is bullshit. And don't forget that if you are in the YouTube, if you're on YouTube, watching this right now, if you're a Christian, you're more than welcome. Or if you're a friendly, more than welcome to call in at tinyurl.com/Bible Guy guest. Oh, special guest. Hey, bud. Can you believe this bullshittery going down in Minnesota right now?
Brother. Like, yeah. I can't believe I have to witness 2 executions in 1 month. Like, what the is happening?
We are this close from a revolution. I'm hoping. Just saying.
You're also so loud, homie.
Oh, here. Let me just. How's
Yeah,
that?
your mic is crazy. Nothing changed.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I wish I knew how to. Okay, here. Let's see if there's a way to change that. Maybe if I go over here and take.
Wait. Are you from Texas?
I am from Texas, 100%.
Where in Texas?
Northeast Texas,
That means nothing to me.
near the Dallas area.
Okay, because I'd have felt like an asshole. I was just in Austin for like a week.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Oh man, I so envy you. Because as much as I don't like Texas, I so want to go and visit Austin, Texas. Just for all the keeping it weird in Austin. What were you doing over
the
there?
Christians today? I was just hanging out with Jimmy.
Okay.
And a couple of the folks from the line. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, it's weird how there's a large number of atheist creators here in the Big TX.
Well, I mean, Austin is you got to remember, like, the atheist experience started in Austin.
That is true. I'm sad that I was not around to be able to go down to Austin to see a live show. But I'm glad that we don't do it live anymore because we get more creators on the show now.
I've been hopping into Christian lives today, and it has been nothing but Christians refusing to have an actual conversation. They just keep muting and like booting me from their lives. I'm like, you guys are boring.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do when you come against someone who has got a good argument against your case? You're supposed to get rid of them. Apparently,
all I hear them use now is they go, "Well, it's an argument from silence. Just the Bible doesn't say this event happened doesn't mean it didn't happen." I'm like, shut up! You guys are so.
I'm currently working.
So annoying.
I'm currently working on like a book right now. Not really a book. It's more of a paper, an essay called Christology in Text, where I am like going to be debunking every claim that Christians make to the effect that Jesus is the God of Jesus is God, the Trinity. I'm going to be debunking.
Oh my God, I've seen so many lives. I don't. You need to go hop into random Christian lives more often.
I should. I just don't spend that much time online, honestly, on TikTok and stuff like that. Like if I'm not doing my own lives or I'm not on Justin's lives, I'm not spending a lot of time on TikTok, but I do make sure to like every single video from Jovan Bradley, everyone.
Hey, Big W. I had some guy who got real mad when I said that I don't necessarily believe that I'm still agnostic on Christ's existence. And he's like, 99% of scholars say he existed. I'm like, I don't give a damn.
Right? Don't cite the scholars. Cite the scholarship of the scholars. Let me hear their arguments.
Exactly.
Yeah, when we don't do no.
I'm like, this is so boring.
Yeah, for real. Like, yeah, I'm on the fence. I'm still on the fence, everyone. I literally could go either way at this point. But usually in these conversations,
I think it's still more believable that there was I think it's more believable there's a dude that existed, possibly named Christ, maybe. But I don't think he did any of the stuff the Bible claims. I think it's more believable that there was some dude preaching something very similar to Buddhism. Actually, there's a movie. I think it's called like Last Man or First Man. No. It's The Man from Earth. I think is what it's called, The Man from Earth. And in it, it's about a caveman who
the
turns out to be he turns out to be immortal. And he's like, it's actually a really great dive into like theism too. But he starts telling his friends his life story. And they don't believe him. And he gets to Christianity and he's like, yeah, I studied with Buddha. So when I went to that area, I just started preaching what Buddha said. And then they created this divinity myth around me. And I'm like, that very interesting take.
Yeah, because
low
he's immortal,
key.
He couldn't die via crucifixion. That's why he's able to resurrect or whatever. It's such a good movie. You muted yourself, Jovan. The sequel.
Yeah, sorry, my kid's watching TV. I don't know if you can hear it. The sequel's terrible. The sequel is so bad that it makes me go, this guy did not write the first one. There's no
Yeah.
way you wrote the first one and then did the. I liked kind of the ambiguity behind it and just the fact that it was just this contained story of like a dude and his friend. And the sequel is like, and now there's a conspiracy and all this. And I'm just like, okay. It's not as good.
Rami in the comment section says, okay, but have you read the Bible? They don't call me the Bible guy for nothing, bud. But also, yeah, what's so good about the movie is that the first one is that the entire movie takes place in one
I figured it out, by the way.
room.
Your audio's doubling. That's why it sounds so loud.
Oh.
So something on your end. I don't know what program you're using, but something on your end is doubling.
I wonder what that is. Let me see.
That's what's causing it to sound loud, as I'm hearing two of you.
Check 1, 2, 3. Everything sounds fine on my end.
I'm definitely hearing two of you.
I think it's.
Wait, let me drop back to the and see if I hear it when I'm not a guest.
Yeah, you do that. Everyone in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube or on TikTok, let me know if you're hearing double. That might just be a thing with my guests, I've been told. My boys.
Person now.
Say what?
Yeah, it's definitely just a guess thing.
Yeah,
I was pretending.
I've been told.
It's bad.
Yeah, I'm deciding to. I'm a bit more streamlined nowadays.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
I can't drive.
Put it back.
I can't drive to the barber right now. My vehicle is out of commission. I literally haven't left the house in about a month and a half. So this is the only thing I can do. It's either that or go absolutely insane. Guess sounds echoey.
We're
Make
Christian
sure to get your like
that-
vitamin D or whatever.
What was that?
Make sure to get your vitamin D if you're not going outside.
Make sure you're safe in this damn storm.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, right now, it's actually not that bad where I'm at right now. It's really light, like it's just a really, really thin sheet of ice where I'm at right now. Rami says, "Can you help me understand why you think the Bible is what you say it is?" Well, Rami, I'm more than happy to do that, but you got to come up and talk to me if you want to know why the Bible is bullshit.
You know, I'm in California, and a few days ago, it kind of drizzled a little bit. It's really hard on us over here.
I know. Listen. We Texans, when it comes to snow, are just the biggest babies in the world. I sent Ashland a picture. I said, I was telling her, it's so bad here where I'm at. And then I sent her this picture in there, so I can find it. I'll let you guys see exactly what it looks like right now where I'm at.
Have you seen the Ted Cruz rating scale of how bad it is?
No.
Depending on where he's spotted. Oh yeah.
Here, I'm gonna show you. Look, this is what it looks like where I'm at right now. That's it. But just the slightest bit of ice yet. We're all freaking out right now. Like, people are not leaving the house. People went out and they bought a shit ton of groceries and toilet paper yesterday. Some stores are not opening.
As someone from the Chicago area, oh boy.
Let's see. I got a super chat already. No guest, and yet I already got a super chat. So Christians, get on it. I'm making money off the Bible being bullshit, and you guys aren't here to defend it.
At Burby Shine, with the £5. It's not 11 p.m. UK real time. Typical atheist lying about what time it is. Next, you'll be claiming God doesn't walk among us.
Amogus.
I could be wrong. There might be this thing called time zones, but I'm not even sure. I wouldn't be surprised if I found out Christians out there, which Herbie isn't a Christian, but I wouldn't be surprised if Christians out there were denying the existence of time zones. The only time zones they believe in is Earth time zone and God time zone.
I had an idea for a live stream, and maybe you could actually help me with this. About really doing a deep dive into why Genesis is not a scientific representation of like the origins of the universe or the start of the universe.
Blitz actually has a really good book on that. Gosh, what is it called? He showed it to me like a couple weeks ago.
Well, while Giovanni's thinking about the name of that book, I would say first and foremost, like in the book of Genesis, the Earth is around for days prior to the sun ever existing. But we know that planets
and the plants come first. The plants come before the sun.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to, like, even in the best possible, the most generous interpretation of it, it still gets the order completely wrong. Like, you know, the whole and then there was light part. If you try to interpret that as being the Big Bang, it still doesn't work, because at the very first moments of the Big Bang, the universe was opaque. Like, it was not transparent and light could not travel. So even if you try to interpret that as a big flash of light, it still doesn't work, because the universe was dark at the very beginning.
The phrase "let there be light" is most definitely not a reference to the Big Bang, because it's explicitly meant to be light as in daytime, because it says, and there was evening, and he called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening and there was morning, a first day. Like, it's literally just like the light of the day, not a Big Bang theory. This is Christians having to stretch and pretzel themselves into making science fit into the Bible. 100%.
Yeah, but like, again, even in the best possible, most generous interpretation, it still doesn't work. So maybe I'll message you offline on Discord and try to flesh out my knowledge about this to prepare myself to actually do this live.
Not only that, but in Genesis 1, while the animals are created first and then man comes along later, which is accurate, in Genesis 2, it's the exact opposite. Man is made first, and then God creates the animals in Genesis chapter 2 and brings them to the man to see which one of them he wants to, fuck with. Go out and make a snowman, says Chris. Can't. I could make a snowman that's probably like a centimeter tall with the amount of ice outside. It's not even ice, it's just like sheets. Not
slush.
Even it's not slush quite yet, but it's just like panes of ice. I got another super chat
here. At Herbie Shine with the £2. Time zone. Tell us another one of the story guy.
Listen.
What the hell was that?
Oh, they're just bullshitting. They're not. Oh my god.
Was that Morgan Freeman?
Oh, you talking about the voice? Oh, I use voice changers on it's called the narrator. So
I have the narrator voice.
I also have this woman voice.
Or I can sing with auto tune. All kinds of different like fun voices.
Daft Punk.
Or if I'm making fun of Christians, this is the voice I use.
But yeah, I read super chats with a voice changer. I guess Giovanni, you haven't been here since I implemented that. But oh wait, we got another guest.
Close enough. Welcome back, Daft Punk.
Daft Punk. Hey, Ashlyn.
Wait, you were messaging me. Why weren't you like, hey, I'm going live early?
I thought you would have. Aren't you? You run the. Listen, everyone. Ashlyn runs the Bible Guy Discord. Surely you would have gotten the notification that says the Bible Guy is live.
No, I saw a notification, but I just shook it off that it was like your countdown notification. I didn't read the thing because it looks the same as the other ones, and I was in the middle of covering the Minnesota stuff, the Y'all know what I'm trying to say. With Jay and Jen.
Poki Gurumi in the comment section refers to the woman voice as the Ashlyn voice.
Don't. But anyways, yeah, I'm just shaming Dalton, guys. Sorry, I just had to do that. Minneapolis. Yeah.
At 6 a.m. gross with the $2. I'm Batman.
Remember, guys, I will read anything you guys send in a super chat. Whether or not it's against me, for me, whatever it is. So, Christians, if you want to say some shit about me and you want me to read it out loud, you're more than welcome to send the super chat as well. But Christians, it's been 20 minutes of this live, and yet no one wants to come on and give me a reason to believe the Bible is not bullshit. I've seen a couple of you in the comment section ask me, what do you mean the Bible is bullshit? Well, guess what? You will get an answer to that if you call into the live. I don't debate people in the comment section. And also, just a friendly reminder to all the opposition out there, I'm not going to debate you in my DMs either. If you send me a message trying to debate me in the DMs, I will literally just make fun of you and then I will not respond. Thomas67, who loves to comment and never calls in, says Jesus Christ is the only way to heaven. No, pegging is the only way to heaven, my friend. Pegging is the only way to heaven.
That's doing wrong. Okay.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing wrong. If you want to go to heaven, you gotta get pegged. Oh wait, it's only a link to the Discord app. Yeah, the if you want to call into the show and you're on YouTube, call in at tinyurl.com Bible Guy guest. Bible Guy is doing the Lord's work. Keep it up, baby. Hell yeah. The Lord Doug, 100%.
Where the white Christians at?
Yeah, where are the white Christians at? Where's all the maggots at? You know, Jovan, you know what I learned today? Funnily enough, I already shared this with everyone. Apparently in Japanese, MAGA means calamity and disaster. Isn't that wild?
You know what it means in you know what it means in English?
What does it mean in English?
Dumb fucks.
Accurate. Thomas67, who again is a huge coward and won't come up and talk to me, says there are only one king, George, in this world, or is this in Charles? In this whole world, and his name is Jesus Christ, our Savior, only on man. Factually incorrect, Thomas. There are tons of kings in the world, Charles being one of them. Maybe listen, Thomas, I know maybe you might be undereducated, I don't know. But
didn't Jesus never call himself a king? Isn't the whole thing?
He was real.
That Jesus was like, you call me a king.
Yeah. There's a story in the Passion narrative where Pontius Pilate says, "Are you the king?" And he says, "So you say." What a coward. But anyways,
any religions that are a democracy?
Are there any?
You have a super
religions that are a democracy.
Are there any religions that are a democracy? I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. I'll Google it later and see if I can find anything. But I got
no, because the word demon exists in the word demonocracy.
So only Satanism.
But
anyways, I'm gonna bring up our next guest who's on YouTube. Just remember, for all my fellow guests who are on TikTok, Quant, Jovan, Ashlyn, that right now I don't have it set up to where when I take in guests from YouTube, they won't be able to hear anyone on TikTok. So
boring. You gotta get good.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm gonna get with Justin this week and fix that up. But I'm gonna read the super chat real quick, and then we'll bring up the next guest.
At Albeit Ashland with the $5. I'm a little potato man. Give me that cream and chives.
All right, whatever you say, Ash.
Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
What? You said you would read whatever I put, so I
sure did. All right. we got
I'm gonna
guest.
make that your ringtone, by the way. I'm
We're
making
never
that
like-
your ringtone.
All right, we got a guest here on YouTube. Let's see, guest.
I'll slide out, so you don't got to worry about me.
All right, bud. Yeah, thanks for coming in, bud. We gotta get together just soon and do a show or something. YouTube guest. Hello, can you hear me? I need you to turn on your camera so that I can see that you're actually active. And they disappeared. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Rapture.
I don't think their connection was all that secure, which is why they couldn't call in. But and it looks like Jovan left for nothing. Damn.
At Carlos Valdez with the 10 The Bible Guy gift memberships. W. Carlos Valdez.
Yeah, I don't know. All these Christians are being very cowardly today, Jovan. I don't know what
Speak.
apparently every Christian that Jovan's talked to today is like either muted him or kicked him off or whatever. They just refuse to have a conversation.
They don't want to have like a legitimate conversation. It's getting a little frustrating. Like I was talking to these one Christians who are like, "Oh, atheists always lie that the Bible is contradictions," and you point out the contradiction in the Bible. They're like, "Well, just because Luke says something happened and Mark doesn't say it happened doesn't mean it didn't happen." I'm like, well, why would your God, who is this all-knowing God, allow there to be such, what's the word, confusion around his holy word?
It's part of the great mystery.
And
It
yet
really is, truthfully.
And yet the Bible says that God is not a God of confusion, and yet that's all he fucking does. Thomas says with the threat, you will all see Jesus Christ will be coming down on a cloud from heaven to take his children home. Whatever you say.
Jesus is going to do what on me?
He's gonna come.
He's going to what? Come down my what? With
Come a
who?
cloud on me?
Where? When? How soon?
Listen.
I'm ready.
Cloud.
I do not consent to Jesus's coming on a
I
cloud.
do.
I would prefer Goku.
My God is a horny God. My God is a horny God.
Everybody knows that my god is actually Matanui, and you can't change this.
Oh my God, did you sail across the ocean to deliver the heart of Tafiti?
Not Moto Nui, Mata Nui.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oops.
Isn't it
The
called
Sorry, I thought of
Mata-
the better movie.
I thought it was called Matanui, and it's called Matanui in the movie. It's not called Motanui.
Moana, it's Moto Nui. With
Wait
an
a
O.
minute. Wait a minute.
It's tahini.
Tafiti is the
What is
Tahini.
the name of the island?
Tahini.
From?
It's a
I'm
delicious.
not
They're
gonna let
both based off
no
of the same
accusations of xenophobia pop up
Rapa
around
Nui
me. I'm not
language.
engaging.
They're both based off of the same Rapa Nui language, but they mean different things.
Hapo
I
hoopy.
I just watched Moana the other day too.
One of the shit.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah, it's
Tahiti.
Moto, M-O-T-O, I'm pretty sure. In
It's
Moana.
Tafiti. The heart of Tafiti.
No. That's the big green
There's a
island,
heart.
the Lady Island. The island that Moana
Yes.
is from that's what me and
It's
Quanta are
Mata-
referring to.
It's Matanui.
Moto
Moana.
Nui. In Bionicle, it's Matanui.
Oh, it says here phonetically speaking, it's spelled M-O-H, Ma to Nui, Ma to Nui, Ma to Nui. All right, fitness
Ma-
trainer. I'm gonna bring up a next guest here.
I thought it was more O's.
Fitness trainer. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. I'm gonna ask you 4 preliminary questions, and then we can get to the meat and potatoes of the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes, sir.
Question number 2: are you a Bible believer?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, then I guess I'll skip question number 3 and go to question number 4. What pronouns do you prefer to go by?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
What pronouns do you prefer to go by?
What you mean?
Do you go by he, him, she, her, they, them?
Well, I think you're hearing my voice. Just
The voice ain't helping
he,
much.
him, he,
I'm
him.
not. He him. There you go. All right. So we got here fitness trainer he him. I'm Dalton the Bible guy. What brings you up to the Bible Guy show?
Well, it's pretty interesting, no?
Did you have a question? I'm only letting up people who have questions or who are opposition.
Oh yes, I do have a question. Why is it bullshit?
The Bible? I thought you weren't a Bible believer.
Yes, sir. Yes, the Bible itself.
Yeah, the Bible is bullshit because it contains contradictions, scientific and historical errors, and failed prophecy.
Also, as a tradition, teachings, I mean, well, there's also some good points ethically.
I mean, you can find a few pieces of corn in a pile of shit, but I'm not gonna eat the shit.
Oh,
Well, hold on, let's not get ahead of
point.
ourselves.
Yes, sometimes when there's nothing, something is good than nothing.
Well, why can't we just have the good from the Bible without like all the rest of the nonsense? Like Buddhism teaches a lot of the same core principles and doesn't rely on a belief of like, you know,
The secular
Yes,
humanist
absolutely.
the secular humanist manifesto is 100% better than anything you'll ever get in the Bible.
low key true.
I mean, you mentioned
Dalton.
a very great point that you could watch actually that shit and get something out of it. So you're not gonna consume all, but what was the best?
Yeah, I
maybe
just-
just 10%
just-
or 5% of it. Yeah.
Fitness. I don't listen to books that deem me as property. I think it's that simple for me. Also, Dalton, your audio on YouTube, the guests are twice as loud as you. Like that is actually a true statement. I just like you need to adjust your audio on YouTube.
Here, maybe if I
just
do this, it'll fix
What
it.
if we-
Hopefully,
What if we just whisper?
shut up.
ASMR.
The
All right.
is baloney.
Hopefully that fixes it. But yeah, I mean, fitness. She has a good point. Like, why should Ashlyn even consider a book that positions her as the property of a man? Why not just like throw the Bible out and start fresh with a better moral book altogether?
Well, I'm agree also 100% that point. So that's total bullshit. Yeah, when you say just have humans just as a property of others, that's definitely not acceptable. Yeah.
I'm confused, Fitness, what your stance is.
Yeah. Are you an atheist or are you a theist?
Well, morally, so I think there are some good points also in Bible or in Quran. I mean, in other holy books where the millions of people somehow believe, but I mean, still,
That doesn't answer my question. Are you an atheist or are you a theist?
Well, I just believe in universe. I just believe in science, actually.
So you don't believe in God?
Not 100%. I do believe actually there was a cause. So
This is a true
maybe
dichotomy. Like it's either a yes or a no. Do you believe?
Moment. The question is how and what you.
No, the
define
question was not that. The question was, do you believe in God? Yes or no?
God. What? How
think
you
it's
define
even a
God?
simple
What you define
question.
God?
Do you believe that a mind created the universe?
Oh, not actually, but I do believe in a cause, and I define that cause
Great,
as
well,
God. It was Mother Nature or universe or whatever.
So you, oh, God damn it. Okay, wait a minute. Universe, damn it. Listen, dude. The Bible, you are all kinds of confused. If it's not a being with a mind that is able to perform actions, it's not a God. You can sit here and call it a God all day long, but God damn it, that means nothing to the rest of us. If the word God doesn't have a meaning, then it means nothing. Stop. You're just a closeted atheist.
Dalton, you
Oh, no,
screwed up
sir,
the
you know,
audio even more. I guess it's too
I
low
don't-
now.
I don't believe in imaginary religions, like the religions were created by the human beings, like Christians, Muslims, all of it.
What's your issue with
But-
Dalton thinking the Bible is bullshit then? If you don't believe in these creations, like religious
Well, I
creation.
mean, there are some good points in that. No, I mean,
Okay, the Nazis invented things. That doesn't mean we should be like, we shouldn't say Nazis are bullshit, right?
Yeah.
oh no, I don't think that.
Okay, so then I don't understand the point here.
Finis, are you
Okay,
just
the point
like,
is-
are you just talking
point-
to hear
the
yourself
point is-
talk?
Yeah, the point is you got one more brother in the team.
Oh, okay.
I'm so confused,
So
but
why don't you
yay.
just tell us you agreed with us to begin with?
I'm done with him. Don't waste my time with your nonsense. Jesus Christ. Either figure out what it is you believe before you come up here, and stop using words like God if it's not relating to an actual deity. Jesus Christ.
YouTube, is the audio fixed now? YouTube? Put it in the chat, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to mind read the YouTube chat. Hold on. No, I'm kidding.
At Carlos Valdez with the 100 pesos. Finally, I appeared at Justin's DZ debate stream yesterday. More real evidence and proof. Still waiting for God or Jeebus evidence.
Yeah, we got more evidence for the existence of Carlos Valdez now than we do for Jesus of Nazareth. If you're out there, it's me, Martha. Can you please make yourself known?
Martha.
Why did you say? No, wait.
Wolf, did you say that name?
It's so weird because you're not able to add any inflection when you do that. So it's just so flat.
Just like my ass. But anyways, everyone, make sure
Hey,
you're
yo!
make sure you're tapping that screen. And if you're a Christian who believes the Bible is not bullshit, that you believe the Bible is the inspired word of God, that it's true, that we should be living by it, call in so we can have this conversation. Because until you do, listen, I'm just gonna keep sitting up here and like dissing on your holy book. Give my audience a reason to think that it's worth anything. Yes, I agree. Vexen, that was odd.
It's time for my annual two-week stint of Minecraft.
Oh yeah, I what do you think? Did you watch the trailer for Fable?
Yeah, it looks real good.
I know. I'm
Shockingly good.
I'm replaying the original trilogy right now to get myself pumped up for it more.
It's been forever since I.
Moo Delta KCA says nice haircut, man. Thank you. Blackberry says
Did
another
you-
day.
Mew, Dalton, mew, like
Mew.
mewing, not moo.
Mew. Listen, Hebrew is my specialty,
Moo
not Greek.
Delta Kappa. Mew.
Mew.
You know,
All
I
right.
studied
For all the cats out
Mew.
there.
named after that Greek letter.
Say what, Quant?
I study particles called muons, which are named
Muon.
after the Greek letter.
Muon. Okay. Oh, see, I thought they were called muons, but okay.
No,
I was wondering.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
those
Do you
are
call the
th-
Pokemon?
those are
do you call the
those
Pokemon
are
Moo?
Oh
Sorry.
no, Moo too. No.
no, they're I can't say the word, but there's certain receptors. Yeah, I was like, those are awfully familiar.
Sparrow says
also
moo like a
particles
cat for
called
Dalton.
tau leptons. Pions.
Delta Kappa trio of opioid receptors. Okay.
You can't say that word. That's why I didn't say it, Dalton.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. Anyways,
The TikTok really does though about those.
listen, TikTok doesn't like words like Nazi and genocide, but we say them all the time on here. For some reason, for some reason, they don't seem to give a shit whenever I say it. I'm TikTok's favorite child. Yeah, there we go.
He's the one.
Use the what?
He is the chosen one.
I am the chosen one. I am the chosen one. Let's see. Now, Christians, listen, Karen, listen. I am called the Bible guy because I am an atheist who knows the Bible better than you do. And listen, a long time ago, I would not have been willing to make that statement. But the more time I spend on this app, the more secure in that belief I become, because every single Christian I've ever interacted with has demonstrated that they don't know jack shit about the Bible. But you're more than welcome to come up here and prove me wrong. The shenanigan says, I have a book that says everything is in it is true, and it says Bible guy is always right. Hell yeah.
Shenanigans is great. He's a mutual of mine.
We're gonna say Ash?
I forgot.
But everyone,
That's
What
my
biome
brain.
should I make my house in?
Oh, here we go. The rainforest biome.
Carlos.
We have another guest now from YouTube. Hello, guest. Can you hear me? You don't seem to be quite connected right now. Is the problem? Are you the same person who just tried to call in before? Take a look at the comments over here and see. Hello, guest. Papa, can you hear me?
I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna be back in a little bit.
All right, Quant, thank you for coming up, bud.
Bye, Quant.
And that is the second person on Video Ninja today to call in and not have their shit ready. Guys, if you want to make sure that you are able to come up from Video Ninja, make sure your camera is on and your mic is on so we can see and hear you and know that you are ready.
Also, everybody, yeah, Pokey, he can. If you would like, I know Dalton doesn't like to say this, but he is you're like 60% almost to getting the save goal for your apartment. So
38%.
if you are able to, oh, okay. Well, I'm optimistic in my brain apparently. 38% of the way to his apartment. If you have any extra funds, even if it's $1 or $2 for the super chats on YouTube, he would very, very much so appreciate it. The reason for this, I'm sure as most of you know, is that he lives out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and has really bad internet. So to improve his internet situation, and he works for Justin as well to upload videos, and it's kind of a hassle when he has 5 megabytes per second. He's at like 20 right now. It's so advanced for him. So yeah, we appreciate you just being here, but we also appreciate any super chats that come in. So thank you for those who've already sent them, and the gift memberships, everything like that. We appreciate it. But just reminder of what that goal is for.
Just to let you guys see what I'm working with right now as far as my internet is concerned. This is, as of last update, this is what I'm working with right now. I got a download speed of 25 megabits per second and an upload speed of 20, which is infinitely better than what I was working with. Last week I had a upload speed of 4 megabits per second. It was wild shit.
I wasn't going to say this, but just Matt Dot says, guys, give all your worldly possessions to the Dunkster. Yeah, actually, we're going to just form a cult. Give all your worldly possessions to Duncan.
Who do I look like? Do I look like fucking what's his name? Kenneth Copeland?
Jovan left. Jovan left. Did that send Jovan over the edge?
Okay. Guest on YouTube. Again, I'm guessing this is the same person who keeps trying to call in. And for some reason, here, I'm gonna, in the bottom chat, hello, question mark. because I can't hear you. I can't see you. Make sure your mic is properly connected. That should be a first thing you should be doing. Looking into your settings and audio settings and make sure that the proper mic is chosen. I don't know who keeps calling in, but we got some super chats to read, so that's fun.
At Carlos Valdez again with the 10 The Bible Guy gift memberships. Big fat W to Carlos Valdez. And at Zach Petrodov with the $5. Read in deep voice. Jiggle, 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 jiggle for Jeebus and your new apartments. And at Deep Construction Zone with the $9.99. Dawkins' internet is so bad, he's fulfilling Isaiah 53 as my suffering servant.
Guys, it is fulfilled. I am the suffering servant. I serve Justin's needs in editing his videos, and I'm suffering hardcore with this internet. Literally not 2 weeks ago, I was able to upload for him 12 videos. This week, I think I've only done like 5, I think. It's all week. Because it took me about 4.5 hours yesterday to upload one 50-minute video. Isn't that wild?
And at LEL with the £2, I look at by €2. Can't spend much right now, but thanks for your service on YouTube. Hey.
Every little dollar counts. And you know what? Thank you, Ellie. So much appreciated. And I'm happy to serve. Edward's Dilemma says, is this live? It is live, Edward's Dilemma.
And at Chris RPG with 1980 with the $2. Man, I get 800 megabits per second. I feel for you.
800. I can't even imagine 800. That's wild. I would be like soaring on 800, man. That's crazy. The highest I've ever had mine was 200, and that's only after I was able to like unplug the router for 5 minutes and then plugged it back in, and then I was able to get I was able to get 200 megabits per second, which is wild. If I do a speed test right now.
I just want to say the YouTube commenter said that I hold the stream together, and yeah, this is true, guys. 100%.
What it looks like right now, I'm looking at my let's see. I'll show you guys. What it looks like right now is I got 25 download, and then looks like we're gonna read around 23, maybe 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. Well, fuck me, 18. Yeah.
Dalton, your internet speed is not supposed to be a countdown.
That's sad. My internet speed is a countdown.
Yeah, mine's like, I'm like between 5 and 1,000 megabits per second, and I'm Ethernet cabled into my computer, at least my computer. Like, you know, in the Wi-Fi thing, I have a 6 on mine, not just a 5.
Last week I bought this adapter. It's an Ethernet adapter because I have a Starlink router, and Starlink routers they don't have Ethernet cable in them automatically. So you have to add this adapter just to get an Ethernet cable put in. And for some reason, this goddamn piece of shittery here made my internet slower when I put it in. Like on Ethernet, it was slower.
Ow!
I don't understand the science of it. That shouldn't be how that works. And yet it was. Because as soon as I went back on Wi-Fi, it was infinitely faster. Why would a router not have Ethernet? That's crazy. Maybe because Elon Musk sucks at making things. But you know, the only reason I even have Starlink is because it's literally the only thing that gets me any amount of internet out here. Ashley, I think Ashlyn probably remembers what it was like when I had like before I had Starlink, how bad it was. But we got a guest.
Do I?
I
Oh
guess
yeah,
not.
you remember when you had it pointed right at the trees?
That's the Starlink one.
Yeah.
But we have here Liony 4018. Liony, I'm gonna ask you some preliminary questions, and then we can get to the meat and potato of the conversation. So question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, are you a Bible believer?
Yeah.
Question number 3, how much of the Bible have you read?
I read all.
All right, and then final question, what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
There you go. Liony, he, him, I'm Dalton, the Bible guy, and I think the Bible is bullshit. Change my mind.
So that's the thing. I don't think it's possible. Well, I think it's impossible to deny the Bible from what I've been studying. I think it's
Clearly-
impossible.
Every day.
The impossibility
Guys,
has been
I would-
happened, so it isn't not
Guy-
impossible.
Guys, I do
would
the
say
impossible
Bible's
every day.
self-authenticating. Well, I say that because the Bible is self-authenticating.
Things before breakfast.
Self-authenticating, that sounds like a fancy way of saying my argument for the Bible being true is going to be circular in nature. I don't.
Well,
I think
you haven't asked me for justification to why it's self-authenticating, so you're just assuming
go
that.
ahead.
You haven't even asked me why it's self-authenticating.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I could tell you. All right, to reject the Bible, all right, it's gonna be to reject the teachings of the Bible. Right, the Bible clearly teaches the Trinity. So I think if you
No, it
reject
doesn't.
the Trinity, you can't.
No,
It
the
does.
Bible doesn't. It doesn't teach the Trinity. The Trinity is a post-biblical philosophical innovation. The Bible does not teach the Trinity. Where does it teach the Trinity?
Wait, okay. Just so I'm making sure, you're making the claim that there's not distinguishable variables or subjects in the Bible found that have an essence. Just so I make.
Can you
just so I'm getting your
use
claim right.
use regular words? Because like your Phil Bro mumbo jumbo doesn't go here. If you don't know the word in which could
Yeah, I can
be a
make it more
synonym.
simple for you. Yeah, I can. So
No,
all
that's
it-
not what I'm asking, Lenny. Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk about neuroscience and use terms in which I know individuals don't use. I don't believe that you probably are using the correct terminology either way.
I am.
Okay. You use regular language or don't use language at all and go elsewhere.
Yeah, if you want me to simplify it for you, I can. It's perfectly fine. So, the Bible guy, I was just asking a clarifying question. When you say the Bible doesn't teach the Trinity, are you saying the Bible doesn't teach three subjects unified by essence? Just so can I get a yes
Correct.
or no?
Correct. The Bible does not
Okay,
teach the idea that there are three persons who are made up of one essence, being Yahweh.
Okay, perfect. So you're saying there's not distinguishable variables found in the Bible, right? Since that's what it means for
There are
something
no.
to be
I'm
a
not
subject.
gonna. I'm not. I don't know what that nonsense means, but yeah, there is the idea
what
that
it
there
means
are
for something
that
to
there
be a subject.
that's that the idea that there are one God who exists in three persons, each three persons sharing one single essence, is not in the Bible.
In
it's not?
fact,
Okay.
the Greek words that used
Oh my gosh.
the Greek words to explain this aren't known as they're known as synonyms prior to the Bible being made. So they don't even have the language to describe it in the way that you're trying to describe it as.
Wait. So you're okay. Perfect. So you would agree if I show you that there's three distinguishable variables found in the Bible which exist before creation. You would agree that's a
What?
Trinity,
No,
right?
no. Okay,
No.
here, dude.
What?
No.
What?
No.
Also, the word
Okay,
variable
dude.
You just said
doesn't
if I
mean
show you
it
that
does.
there's three persons that exist before
Wait, shut up,
creation, that's not a Trinity.
shut up.
No, you're disingenuous. I can't
Shut
speak
up.
to you.
No,
You're
I'm not.
disingenuous. No.
I'm not disingenuous. Again, you keep using these words. I keep reiterating. The Bible does not teach there are three co-equal, co-eternal persons who share one essence. What it does teach, however, is that God the Father is eternal. The Son is the first born of his creation, that the Son existed not eternally, but prior to the creation of the universe, and that God used the Logos, the Son, as the instrument of his creation. That's what the Bible teaches.
Bro, you're being disingenuous. I literally just asked you a conditional. If this is the case, and I prove it to be the case, and you said even if this is the case, it's not going to be true, bro. You're disingenuous. I can't speak.
No,
to
I
people
didn't
like you.
I didn't say that.
Enjoy
You weren't
your
listening.
day.
You
Enjoy your day.
Fine, run away. Oh, run! We got a runner in the track star. We got a runner in the track star. What a piece of shit!
You literally just said what you meant, which was that they all do not share the same essence. Not that there weren't three distinct, quote unquote, what the fuck is he saying when he says variables?
Variables.
Yeah, that's.
This isn't.
I know what a
math
variable
class.
is in science.
I actually kind of want to run a math argument on this because it so easily fails the math test. If he wanted to use math variables, we could go down that route, and it just makes it harder for him.
Are the rest of you any closer to being a Christian? I don't think I am.
Not only that, what does the Trinity have to do with saying that the Bible isn't bullshit? Like they just came up because they wanted to run a Trinitarian argument.
Yeah, they wanted to be a Philbro, and we don't do Philbro nonsense on this channel. There are plenty of Christians who believe the Bible is not bullshit, and they also reject the Trinity. So that was nonsense to begin with. What in the variable was that? I'm saying that the Bible guy will be in Jesus Christ soon. Is that a fucking threat? Thomas 67? I'm going to send you to Jesus Christ real soon. Sorry, Thomas. No, that's why I left.
Wait, you'll be in him? Like,
inside?
penetrating him?
I'll be penetrating Jesus? That's crazy. I'm not interested. He's probably not very smooth skinned, and I'm more of a smooth skinned kind of person. I don't like hairy asses, and Jesus as a first century Jewish man probably had a hairy ass, so I'm good. Lion said that's why no, you left because you're a coward. And also you weren't actually as soon as you realized that I knew what I was talking about, you ran away like a coward. So you were expecting me to be a dullard, an idiot, and then you found out, oh shit, the Bible guy actually knows what he's talking about. Oh no, I better lace up and run the fuck out. Yeah, we all see through you, bud. Anyways,
I'm still thinking the whole variable thing, because a variable is just a placeholder. Like, it's not like if he said constant, maybe you could make a mathematical argument, but variable is just the entirely wrong word to use.
First off, Liony, I'm not wrong. The Trinity's not in the Bible. You're saying I'll come back up if you admit defeat. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm not going to admit defeat because the Trinity is not in the Bible. But you won't get to find out because you ran away like a little shit. Anyways.
At former prophet Dated with the $9.99. Take my tithes for your fun, suffering servant. Hail Doug, rock hard Doug, sinfully wet for shared.
Thank you for your tithes and offerings, former prophet.
Do you have the Excel spreadsheet open, or do I need to open it?
Oh, here, yeah. Maybe I need to. I forgot. I totally.
I mean, I can do it. I just because you started without me, I didn't pull it up, and I just remembered. Do you want me to do it?
What's today's date? The 24th. I got to get in the habit of doing it. We're gonna put here, Liony, and then in the notes I'll say coward, Philbro, ran away.
Coward the lion.
Coward. Yeah, he's a cowardly lion. Cowardly Liony. I'm gonna use that as my in the picture whenever I end up clipping that one day. And then
at Tim Cook Axios SDC with the $5 for the fun first super chat I've ever sent.
Hey, I'm glad that I can be your first ever super chat, Tim Cook. I feel honored, sir. Thank you so much.
You popped their super chat cherry.
Hell yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And at John Klein 67 with the $5. More auto-tune. Fabulous.
More auto tune. Fabulous. All right, and then
Or something next time.
say what?
You gotta sing like Around the World or Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger with that.
Oh, around the world, around the world. I don't remember the lyrics. Actually, so I can't do that.
You got it. You got it. That was it.
Batterford Love Bond with the $2. Duncan gonna be in Jesus. $2 at the top Jeebus.
Hell yeah. Oh, but we gotta
Wait, let him put his G string on first, Fern.
his Jesus string. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna bring up. Oh, here, can you fix the? I messed up the. Here, actually, I bet I can do that with Ctrl Z. Nope, that didn't fix that at all.
What? I
I'm
don't
gonna-
have it pulled up right now. What do you
Here.
What do you want
Oh
me
wait,
to do?
coward.
It takes me 2
Phil,
seconds
bro.
to do.
Ran away. Got it. I'm good. Okay, Christian. I'm gonna bring up our next guest, Christian, in the comment section. Christian's a returning guest, but just so I can do the standard preamble, Christian, I'm gonna ask you 4 preliminary questions, and then we can get into the meat and potatoes of the conversation. Christian, question number 1, and you might want to stick around for this one, Continent. I'm sure we'll get into it on He's a Flat Earther. Oh, Christian, I'm gonna ask you 4 preliminary questions. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2: are you a Bible believer?
Yes, I am.
Question number 3: how much of the Bible have you read?
The whole thing.
And then question number 4: what are your pronouns?
Male.
Man's not a pronoun; it's a noun.
Okay, well, I'm a male, a man.
Those are both
Boy.
nouns. That's a noun, not a pronoun. Do you know what
If you-
pronouns are?
If you're a boy, you can't be on the stream.
Oh yeah, we don't talk to
Well, you
boys.
know
We only
what
talk
I
to
mean, right?
we talk to adults here.
Well, you
So-
had me on already, and I answered the questions already. So
So
should
are you
know already, right?
well you only answered 3 of my questions. You haven't answered my 4th question yet. What are your pronouns? Like, not nouns. What pronouns do you go by?
He, him, male.
There you go. Christian, he, him. A man is not a pronoun. Again, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm Dalton the Bible guy. The Bible is bullshit. Because the Bible teaches that the earth is flat and the earth is not flat, the Bible is bullshit.
Okay.
Prove us wrong.
Well, if it teaches that the earth is flat and you don't believe in it, then I cannot change your mind. But me,
No,
on
you
the
can
other hand,
with
I read
evidence.
the
You can with evidence. So the Bible makes the claim
No.
that the earth is flat. What's the evidence that the Bible is correct?
Well, for one, have you ever been on a merry-go-round?
Yep.
I really want to see where this
Oh
goes.
boy. I know the argument already.
Oh, you do?
Let's let
Okay.
him
Oh,
give
yeah.
it.
Or when you go by the park, sometimes there's like a big metal thing that spin wrong and wrong.
I've been
And
on
if you stand
I've
on
been
it
on a merry-go-round.
and
Yeah.
spinning, right? But once you start spinning, you actually feel the spinning as a person. Even if you stay on one spot and you start spinning, you actually feel the effect of spinning. Now, if they say that the earth is spinning so fast, then the effect of spinning would have everybody dizzy. Because if I spin at, let me say,
But we're not going that fast
10.
relative to its size.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
so
not-
it's not
so-
velocity.
So Christian, the guest underneath you, his name is Quantonaut. He is an actual physicist. I'm going to let him deal with this directly. Go on, Quant.
Yeah, so we don't feel velocity. This is basic Galilean relativity. it doesn't matter how fast you are moving, you don't feel velocity. This is why you can, stand up and go to the bathroom in an airplane that's traveling, very quickly. It's because while the velocity is very fast, the acceleration is very low. And because the Earth has such a large radius, even though the tangential velocity at like the equator is going very fast, the actual acceleration at that point is very low. It's going to be like a third of a percent different than if you were like standing at the poles. This is not something that you would feel. But it is something that is measurable. And in fact, we actually can see this. We can see this, like, if you're measuring something like gold. Gold will be heavier at the poles than at the equator, the exact same volume of gold. This is not something that would happen if the Earth was flat.
But I would have to disagree with you, mainly because the reason why we don't feel the effects on a plane or a train or a car, it is because we are moving fast, but we are in a sealed compartment that we are not feeling the effects of the wind. But if you're on the open,
wind. Do you think that there's wind in space?
Let me finish, please. I'm not saying there's wind in space, but what I'm saying, there's wind on the earth. And moving at a high speed and not being in an enclosed...
The air is moving with the Earth, though.
Right.
In fact, like, you can even imagine if the wind was moving differently than the surface of the Earth is, then there would be friction between the atmosphere and the Earth, and that friction would cause drag to the point where eventually the atmosphere would catch up to the Earth, to the point where there's no real net velocity.
Even I knew that.
Let me say this. If you make a train without the compartment of the top blocking off the wind, right? And you sit down there and it's moving at a high velocity.
Right.
Do you feel the effects of the wind without the windows and all these things? Example,
of course you would feel it in that case, because the wind is moving different relative to you.
No, it is not. It is moving, but you're now saying that on a plane...
You're moving through the air that's stationary.
Right, but what I'm saying, you're saying when you're on a plane, you do not feel the velocity effects because of a certain point.
Because you don't feel velocity. What you can feel is atmospheric drag. But as I just demonstrated, atmospheric drag is not a problem when it comes to the atmosphere of the Earth relative to the Earth, because the atmosphere is moving with the Earth.
Yeah, Christian, you gotta let Quantanaut respond to your bullshit, or else I'll just have to mute you every time you overtalk him. Anyways, you can unmute yourself now and respond to what Quantanaut just said.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if you're in a plane and there is no, the windows are down, you
I thought I just addressed this.
Because of this. No, but you're trying to say you do not feel it on a plane, but I'm showing you you would feel it if the windows were down. You're telling me you would not feel the velocity effects because you're moving so fast on a plane.
It wouldn't be the velocity, it would be the air.
Were down, exactly, but the point is the air and the speed.
But there's no air in space, so that's not a problem.
There's no air in space, but we're moving as a Earth spinning around. So even if it is...
The Earth and the air around the Earth are moving together. It would be as if we wanted to make the analogy perfect, it would, with regards to the airplane, it would be like the airplane is moving, but there's also a wind going along with the airplane, such that the relative motion between the airplane and the wind is zero. And in that case, if you opened up a window, nothing would happen, because the air next to the plane is moving along with it, so you wouldn't feel any force on you.
Yes, you would. If there were no windows on a plane, you would get sucked out, buddy. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, that's a pressure difference. That's a completely different effect.
Difference. That's the speed difference. When you're going 5,000 miles per hour.
It's about pressure.
It's about
that's pressure.
It's about
if you equalize the pressure between the inside of the plane and the outside, then there's no sucking force.
Yeah, Christian, what happens if you're in the submarine and you open up the sub door? What happens to you?
Exactly. You will die.
No, not just you will die. How will you die? What will end up happening to you? Will you just stay where you're sitting? or we
No,
get sucked out of
most
the door.
Well, you'd
you're
be
most
crushed
likely
in.
to
It's the
get
opposite
sucked
effect.
out
Well,
the
crushed in.
water.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say,
yeah, sorry, you'd be
you're
crushed
like,
in. But it's the same exact phenomenon. It's because of the pressure change that Quantonaut just mentioned. You don't get to just say
No,
no, it's
it's
not. You don't just say no, it's
I'm
not. You have to actually respond to his point with an actual rebuttal instead of just saying nah.
Christian,
okay.
it wouldn't matter if you were like literally standing still in high altitudes. If you change the pressure between the cabin and the outside, it's going to try to move the pressures to equalize it, and in doing so, whatever direction the pressure is high, it's going to move to like lower.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you
But
something.
again, that's not including like the effects of gravity, which is why our atmosphere doesn't get sucked out into space, for example. But there is a different experiment that I want to bring to your attention, one that directly measures the shape of the Earth in a way that is entirely ground-based and independent of atmospheric effects. Would you like to hear that?
Sure, but what is the formula of speed? What is the formula for speed?
V. There's not a formula. It's just
Right,
speed is a
but-
constant. Speed is just a
but
variable.
What I'm
Are you
saying
talking
is
about like
once
position with respect to speed, or what?
I'm saying once you have speed, you actually get wind or movement.
Well,
So
no.
once there's
No,
movement,
that's not necessarily the case. I would recommend that if you want to dive into that topic more, you should look up something called Galilean invariance. It is something that every intro physics student learns when first studying the laws of motion. I strongly recommend you look into that before you try to debate this point further. But in the meantime, I would like to bring a different set of evidence to your attention. As I said, one that is completely ground-based and independent of atmospheric effects. So let's dive into that. There is a set of experiments called neutrino long baseline experiments, where we produce a particle beam using a type of radiation called a neutrino that is able to pass through large amounts of solid matter. So like you could fire this beam into stone and it will pass through the stone as if it wasn't even there. Now we've set up experiments, and again, I've actually personally been involved on the beamlines of one of these, where a beam of neutrinos is produced and aimed down into the ground at about a 3-degree slope. Then, hundreds of miles away, a detector that receives these neutrinos is placed that can actually see these same neutrinos come back up from the ground. So again, just to reiterate the point, a beam is firing neutrinos into the ground at one location, and hundreds of miles away, there's a detector receiving those same neutrinos coming back up from the ground. And those neutrinos travel in straight lines.
so
How does that work on a flat Earth?
if it is in a straight line, do you mean that the next side is on a different country or continent?
Several states away.
So, but if it is on a 3-degree angle, 0, 3, and shooting into the earth,
Yes,
it would
at a
not-
3-degree slope. I've been there myself. The entire beamline's at a bit of a slant. It's very disorienting to stand there.
Yeah, but that don't make sense because if you're pointing straight down, right? Straight down is basically what, 180 or let me say 0 degrees, and then you
I
go
would call that
across
90
the-
degrees with what the coordinate system that I'm using. 0 degrees would be exactly horizontal. 90 degrees would be exactly down into the ground. And this is a 3-degree below horizontal.
Okay. And what does that prove now?
It proves that the surface of the Earth is curved. Because if the Earth was flat and you aim a beam of particles down into the ground, you should never see them reemerge again. They would just keep going down forever. But if the surface of the Earth is curved, eventually they will come back up again, somewhere else. And this is exactly what we see with these types of experiments that we do.
Okay, but if those experiments are done, where's the actual factual? You're saying you do it, but where's the paperwork that I could go and look up to say, well, this thing actually
So the one
happened?
that I am the most familiar with, the one that love the meme, the one that I've actually been involved with the beamline of is called the Minos neutrino experiment. That is MINOS. the beam takes place at Fermilab in Batavia, Illinois, and the detector, the receiver, is in a mine in Sudan, Minnesota. But there are multiple other versions of this experiment elsewhere around the world. One of them is from CERN. You've probably heard of the Large Hadron Collider. They also produce a beam of neutrinos that goes into a detector in Italy. Again, they have to angle the beam down into the ground. And then there's another one in Japan that's between two locations in Japan. This is called the T2K experiment. And all of them, even though they are across different distances and therefore have to drop the beam at different angles, all show the exact same rate of curvature.
Okay, what is the name of the
The one that I am the most familiar with is the Minos neutrino experiment. I'll even type it in the comments for you.
Thanks. But that still doesn't convince me, because
why not?
Because that is something you're saying. So probably if I look into it and I see,
well, I think the reason it won't convince you, Christian, is because no amount of evidence will ever because you presuppose the Bible is true, and because the Bible says the earth is flat, no amount of evidence that Quantum could ever give you would ever suffice to convince you that the earth wasn't flat. That's your problem.
Well,
if you want to give me the big screen for a moment, here's a nice diagram of the experiment.
So you didn't take any pictures or anything like that?
Oh, I took pictures. I can pull up a picture of the beam line if you want. But this is just a nice diagram showing the beam at this side. This is for Fermilab, for example, and then this is Minnesota. Not to scale, but this gives the idea. On a globe, the neutrino beam just travels in a straight line from one to the other. But on a flat Earth, the beam would have to be doing this weird U-shaped thing that conveniently lines the beam up exactly with the target at the exact rate of curvature that we say that the surface of the Earth is curving at. This doesn't make any physical sense and violates many laws of physics. Whereas this one agrees with the data and agrees with, basic physical laws. And I can show you, if I can get TikTok to cooperate with me, an actual photo of the beam line that I took when I was actually at the experiment. Here it is. This is a photo of the actual beam line. So I'm pointing the camera upstream, so like the beam is coming at me. And in this photo, I'm aiming the camera straight ahead, so you can actually see that the beam line is sloping up as I look back into the beam line.
Okay, you just showed me a picture. I really don't believe.
Well, you asked for a photo.
Right, but I
literally asked for a photo, and so I provided.
Anymore? You must have more than one.
Let's move the goalpost.
I really don't believe that.
Hey, you could literally shoot Christian into space and show him the globe, and he'd be like, this could be, I'm in a simulation, and this is actually the metaverse, guys. I still don't believe you.
Okay,
but like the detector, it's open to the public. You can take tours. And I can tell you all the technical specifications of how it works. It is also an open collaboration. This is not like a secret government, underground laboratory, although it is underground technically. But even undergrads work on this project. So many people would have to be in on the conspiracy for this to be fake. But it's not. And in fact, they've even used this experiment to send a message through the Earth using neutrinos. So they sent the word neutrino in binary or ASCII from the accelerator into the detector.
Well, I still don't believe. I'm sorry, but can I ask you a question?
Yeah, because no amount of evidence would ever convince you. That's the problem. No, you're not interested. You're not interested in having evidence presented to you and changing your mind because of your dogmatic. Because of your dogmatic belief in the Bible, you will never have your mind changed. Evidence doesn't matter to you. You're not interested in the truth. You're interested in your dogma.
Yes, the truth is important. The truth is always important in life because I don't think the truth
is important to you. because Quantum, I gave you irrefutable
is.
evidence and in contradiction to your belief, and
You
yet you just
wanted
like
to have
like
a
water and like water on the back of a
line
duck's back. You just said, well, fuck all that evidence. I don't give a shit about your evidence. I'm
Like,
still not convinced.
I would even be fine if you said, I'm not yet convinced. Could you tell me more? Or like if there's some technical detail that you wanted explained to have this be convincing, I can do that. I can provide you all the details you want about this experiment. But you didn't even ask. Like, you are so uncurious about the world that you immediately rejected this evidence as soon as it disagreed with your worldview.
I just want to know what evidence Christian has that the Earth is flat.
Well, he already tried to present it, which was the wind would all blow us off the Earth or whatever.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me say
failed.
something, right? Why are all the mirrors that we use flat? In the all
They
the
aren't.
restrooms?
They are.
Yes, all the-
There are curved mirrors. What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, they are curved
Yeah,
mirrors,
that's
but I'm
how
talking
telescopes work.
about the ones in our
In fact, I believe that in some of these science experiments, I just saw a science experiment where they're shooting lasers through this tube, and they have like these really curved mirrors inside the tubes in order for this experiment to work. So no,
There's
not all
also a
mirrors
thing
are
called
flat.
No, I'm speaking
There's even
about
dynamic
the mirrors
optics where the
in
mirror will
your
actually
house.
very quickly
The
change
mirrors
shape in order
in the
to steer the
restroom.
beam, steer the laser at extremely fast rates.
I'm speaking about the mirrors in the restrooms and the mirrors in our homes. Why
Only-
are they
What?
Because
Why
they need to be
are they
flat on the wall. It doesn't work
No.
otherwise.
Because
And also, that's not even
reflection
true. Have you ever seen like a makeup mirror?
Oh yeah, I've had several. Actually, one of the mirrors, I think is that curved a little bit? I think it might be. Yeah, not all mirrors are. It just happens to be that the mirror that I have in my wall needs to fucking be flat to go on the wall, Christian.
Nobody. That's not true. It has to be
And also,
flat to get a
what does
perfect
that correlate with
reflection.
the shape of the
The
Earth?
reflection is perfect on a flat.
What does this have to do with the Earth, Christian?
Yeah, we make mirrors. We didn't make the Earth. What does this have to do with anything? This is a complete non sequitur.
Right. What I'm saying is
right?
reflection now.
Okay, hey, here, Christian.
I'm making
Christian.
my point.
Hey, Christian, real quick, just a little tip, just for these conversations. Don't say words like right and exactly when we've said the exact opposite of what you just said, just because it makes you sound stupid. So don't do that. Now, how does the shape of a mirror relate to prove that the Earth is a globe?
Right, because the reflection we get on the reflection that we get on the sea surface when the sea is calm with no ripples and everything, the reflection is perfect. So when you look down and you watch up, you look into the sea.
Do you
the
have
same-
any measurements?
How big is the Earth,
Very
dude?
big.
Yeah, if you take like a basketball and you like go very, very, very small in the basketball, it will look flat to you because of how much how small you are compared to the object you're standing on will determine if it looks like it's flat.
Right, but the curvature will always give you a different reflection than a flat surface.
Can you
Not
provide
small, no.
a single quantitative measurement showing this with the appropriate level of precision needed to distinguish the two?
If we had a
Besides
curved
just it
mirror,
looks like it.
if we had a curved mirror the size of the Earth relative to us, it would look flat as well.
No, it would not. A curved
It
object
would.
has no flat side. No, it
Actually,
would not.
I have a photo right here. Does this look flat to you?
A curved object has no flat line.
Does this look flat?
A circle has no flat line.
Does this look flat to you? I mean, sure, it has like bumps and stuff, but overall, does it look flat?
I'm not seeing you. You're in a small, tiny
Here, let me
screen
expand
down in
it.
the-
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Now, as I said, there's like bumps and ridges and stuff, but overall, does it look pretty flat?
Yes, it looks pretty flat, but
It's a
you
basketball.
can tell it's not flat.
It's a
not
basketball.
flat. It's not flat. Right, but I'm saying it looks flat, but I could tell that it's
Yes,
not flat.
just like the Earth
Yeah, it
looks
looks
flat from
flat.
small enough until you zoom out.
You could see it's a curve. No, but you could actually see the curve in the ball.
If you went small enough, you
You
wouldn't see
see
the
bumps
curve.
and ridges
Even when it's big, you could see it.
Yeah,
could
sure,
see it.
only when it's big you can see it. What?
Nope.
Yes,
No,
you
when you're
can.
zoomed
It
out.
looks
No.
flat. It's
When you're
curved.
zoomed in, you can't tell it's flat. You're being dishonest, Christian. You're just being dishonest at this point.
Actually, maybe basketballs are flat.
You could see it's
Their
curved.
sphericalness is just an illusion made by perspective.
It looks flat, but it's curved.
Flat from ground zoom out. There's a video I saw on this where here, hush up. No, dude, no one can understand you right now. That was just hush up for a second. Earth looks flat from ground, zoom out, diagram. There's a video. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where it like shows you like a guy sitting next to a table, and then it like zooms out and zooms out and zooms out, and you tell it's actually spherical. It shows you like the perspective of how small we are on the Earth.
Are you talking about like the Powers of 10 video?
Small we are.
That one starts at like a picnic, but then it zooms out to see like the whole Earth. But
sea level and the sea.
But the whole point is that, as you can see, this entire argument is just vibes based. It's just, oh, it kind of looks flat, but like you don't have any actual quantitative, precise measurement that shows this.
The reflection.
And anytime we actually do a measurement using actually like sensitive equipment that can distinguish the difference, one of which is like using neutrino experiments, like I mentioned, they show the same story, that the Earth is a globe.
By the way, Christian, while Quantonaut is talking, no one can hear anything that you're mumbling.
And I still haven't actually heard a good reason as to convincing. Did you actually tell me why it's not convincing?
Because the picture you showed me looks like a tunnel with a cable line. You said it was a laser, and I
not a laser, a beam.
Even a beam.
Lasers are light. A beam is for particles.
So a beam is being shot through a cable line.
It's a beam line, but not a cable line. But sure.
A beam line is straight and the cable is bent. So how could the beam line be going through that big long thing?
See, that's a good question. That's a good question that I can answer. If you would just ask that, we could have dispelled this right away. At the end of the beam line, at the end of that beam line, it is curved, or rather, the beginning of it is curved, because at that point they are not neutrinos yet. They are a different kind of particle called a pion. Pions do have an electrical charge and therefore can be steered using powerful electric fields. But then beyond that curvature point is the straight decay line, where the pions travel through that pipe, and as they travel, they decay into neutrinos, which do not bend. This is how we create a beam of neutrinos to start with. We start out with other particles that turn into neutrinos at the end.
Right, but if at the start it's not 3 degrees and it's bent, then it's a whole different thing that you're shooting down, because you said 3 degrees, but the beginning is bent and curved. So that's not a 3 degrees thing that you're shooting. You're just
by the time the neutrinos leave the pipe, they are exiting at a 3.3 degree slope.
That's what you're saying, but it don't already.
You can go there and see for yourself. It is not. It is not. The technical design report is freely available online. You can see more photos than just my own. Again, I visited it myself, and I saw exactly that. Unless you're telling me to believe my lying eyes, of course.
No, I'm just watching the picture, and it doesn't make sense if you're telling me the beam is being sent at a 3 degree start.
Here, let me show you another.
Also, can I just disprove the mirror argument, the round mirror argument, really fast?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I've got my camera on. Is this a regular mirror or a round mirror, Christian?
I cannot see in a little square box. My eyes are not like eagle or something. Sorry about that.
Is this a regular mirror or a round mirror?
I know exactly what you're showing.
It looks wrong.
This is a round mirror. You think this is a distorted image?
Well, if you zoom in, it will give you a different perspective than the regular.
Oh wow, it's almost like it only changes around certain attributes.
Right, and it's wrong, right?
No, and the inside.
Stop saying right, like what she said. Just corroborate what you said. You makes you sound
I'm not
dumb.
corroborating with you. It's very dependent on where you are. What you're saying was just a big fat lie. I have a giant mirror here, the world's largest, apparently.
Oh, is it? It's the bean. I love the bean.
We love beans.
That's not the bean.
Hey, if you could give me the full screen one more time.
Isn't that the bean in Chicago?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
I said
the bean.
It's technically called Cloudgate.
Is that a big ball mirror?
No, this is the world's largest spherical mirror. This isn't the bean.
So
Right,
this is the beam line.
What I said was right.
No, Christian, you did not say something
This is
right.
exactly what I said it was. It's aiming down at a 3-degree slope into the ground. Yes, it does curve up here because at this point it's not a neutrino yet. Only once it hits this spot and then travels down this pipe does it turn into neutrinos and then goes down into the Earth through the curvature of the Earth. And by the way, reference, when I took the photo, I was standing right here facing up.
Are you ready to be honest and actually assess the data presented to you, Christian?
Well, I could say, well, if that's what they're showing, then I have no proof because I'm not there. I just go by the proofs and the beliefs that I get from reading and doing research. But
You haven't. You don't know what research. You don't do. Don't sit here and pretend like you do research. You listen to people on the internet who are
Okay.
not scientists tell you how the Earth is flat. You've yet to give us any reason to believe the Earth is flat.
Your friend just
Yeah, this
Your
neutrino
friend
experiment
just
is
showed me
actual research done by actual scientists. And anytime anybody does
And I
actual
said that it
research
looks
relating
like
to
a-
the shape of the Earth,
Christian,
they see
no
it
one
as
can
well.
hear you. Christian, shut up, Christian. No one can hear you mumbling whenever one of us is talking. You're wasting your breath. Shut up while Quantonaut is trying to explain something to you. Okay, go on.
What's funny is
sorry,
that this
man,
is even
I'm
true
sorry.
about flat earthers. There have been flat earthers who have done actual legitimate research into the shape of the Earth, and guess what? Whenever they do, they find out that the Earth is a globe. If you remember that whole final experiment thing,
Hell yeah, the
yep,
final
where
experiment.
they sent some flat earthers to Antarctica.
And
Lo
what
and
happened?
behold, one of them I know is fully a globe earther now, and he does TikTok lives trying to get other people out of the cult. Which props to him, you know, it takes guts to admit you're wrong.
He was
No,
honest.
and I'm not wrong at all. It's just I still believe the Earth is flat, and what this
So,
guy is
what-
talking
was he
about.
lying? So was this
Yes,
flat
he
earther
is.
lying? What's the evidence? Everyone
The
in
man
your
just make
everyone in your worldview is, if they don't agree with you, then they must be part of a giant collaborative conspiracy theory to do what? Like what's the there's no reasonable motive for lying about the shape of the Earth. It doesn't make any sense. It's nonsense.
Yes, it does. And the reason why is because
Here we
the
go.
Bible teaches that the earth is in the hands of Satan, and
So
he is in
let's
the
get this
throne
right.
of-
Let's get this right. You think that these people know that the Earth is flat, that they know the Bible is true, therefore they know that hell exists, and that they want to burn in hell for eternity.
The ones who accept follow the leader who is Satan as I will follow Christ. There are
See,
people who follow.
this is exactly what I was meaning when I said that no amount of evidence will ever be able to convince you, Christian. You're an ass. You're just an asshat. You're just an ass.
I'm
This is
curious now
actually
because
this is like
That's
I would say like clinically significant religious delusion. Actually, I would
Yeah.
say like this
undoubtedly.
this is like in that territory.
I want to ask because, again, as I said, I have been involved on this beamline myself. Like, I have done experiments using this equipment, and I have been there myself and have seen the evidence directly with my own eyes. But am I in on the conspiracy too? Am I lying right now here on TikTok?
Yeah, Christian. Is Quantanaut part of the conspiracy? You can unmute yourself now.
Doody doody.
Oh, here, I got it. Yeah.
Rip.
He's too far gone. He's an idiot, and he's one of the, no amount of evidence will ever be enough to convince Christian that he's wrong. That's the problem. Normally we don't do science topics, but because you're here, I allow it because I don't talk about things I don't know anything about. But even I'm not.
I appreciate it.
Even I knew the answer to the merry-go-round problem. Like even I knew that, and the fact that Christian doesn't understand it is well, that says a lot. But we're gonna bring up the next guest, and then after this guest, we'll read some super chats. Richard Second Cummings. I'm gonna ask you 4 preliminary questions, and then we can move on to the meat and potatoes of the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
I am. I'm 37.
Question number 2: are you a Bible believer?
I am not.
All right, we'll skip question 3 and go to question 4. What pronouns do you prefer to go by?
He, him.
All right, Richard, he, him. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. What brings you up to the Bible Guy show?
I followed you for a while. I was hoping to talk to the flat earther. I missed him.
Oh yeah, he ran away.
I really enjoy.
Yeah. We also don't just let people up to talk to the guests.
Yeah.
At hand.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. I usually only let up people that I'm like friends with that I know very well on the guest panel. But hey,
for sure, okay.
But thank you for following, dude.
It's
much
okay.
appreciated.
I took care of them for you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Have a good day, bud.
No, thank you, Richard.
All right, we're gonna read some super chats. And just putting this out there, Jesus is dead. Anyways,
At Zach Petroff with the $10. The problem with getting inside Jesus is finding the J spot. But nothing beats the feeling when you finally nail it. It's hard to get a resurrection as you get older, but they make pills for that.
Oh my god.
it's hard to get a resurrection when you're older, but they make pills for that. That's so good. That's so good. And everyone W for Zach Petronoff. And then
At Zoan XOANON with the $100. Holy shit. I gotta
holy shit. 1 second. I gotta make it to where I can read this. Here, let me just fix the resolution on this guy real quick. Transform. Oh Jesus, I forgot how to set resolution. Give me a second because I want to be able to read this whole thing, obviously. Order, height, show transition, blend and scale, filter. No. Well, fuck me. Is it under? Oh, it's under. Okay, here you go. Hopefully this will fix it. I'm gonna set it to 1700. Boom. There we go.
In a world where the rules no longer apply, one nerd has everything to lose: his internet speed. Bible Guy Nerd. In a dystopian land, he must defeat the Philbro in a battle of wits, ending in a crash out that will threaten the sanity of our world.
I'll watch that movie. But huge fucking W.
To theaters. Coming to theaters near you.
Coming all over the theaters near you.
Yeah, a huge W to XOAnon. I'll just call him that. Huge W. Number one for the day, 100%. Holy shit. Thank you. It's gonna help me get a little bit closer to the apartment. And
at Carlos Valdez with the 10 Bible Guy gift memberships, the W to Carlos Valdez. Thank you.
The memberships, you guys have no idea how much they help the channel. They really do.
And at Chris RPG with the $2. Funhouse mirror or flat earth?
I was literally thinking of, like, he said all mirrors are flat. I'm like, Funhouse mirrors are literally not flat. But also, the curved mirror that Ashlyn showed us, no distorted image.
I think that might be the bean, but the bean is like curved. So I was thinking it was going to be on the other side, but it might be the bean. It was some Flickr post. I literally just Googled world's largest curved mirror.
Yeah, the bean.
So maybe it is the bean. The bean.
Yeah, my sister, half of the year, she lives in Chicago, and she's taking a picture next to it.
I flicked the bean before, like literally.
Yeah. No, it's a fun spot. Gotta love Millennium Park. Have you ever seen the two giant faces spitting water at each other right next to it?
No.
This was a while ago. I went with my ex is from Chicago. Well, he's from outside of Chicago, but his mom lives there, so we went there. And his sister lives in Little Mexico. And I guess they thought I spoke Spanish, which I don't know why they thought that. But anyways, yeah, it was a while ago. So I really don't remember all of Chicago.
My name is Ashlyn, and I love to flick the bean 100%.
I do love to flick the bean.
Godless Engineer says, Ashlyn, we know.
Listen, I have to tell everybody or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
This is true.
We don't kiss and tell, but we flick the bean and we do tell.
I love calling it the bean because the guy who actually designed it, Anish Kapoor, is kind of a jerk, and he hates that people call it the bean.
Oh, then yeah, 100%. The bean then. We bean up to a lot of trouble.
At Herbie Shine with the £5. Caller Christian. Ear finger, la la la, I can't hear you. Also, I see your evidence, but I don't understand it, so I'm right. For freaking fuck's sake.
What's triple FS? For freaking fuck's sake? I don't know. Hey, do your show with the other atheist guy? What other atheist guy? There's lots of us.
There's a lot of other atheist guys.
Now,
you never say atheist girls or atheist they thems.
Yeah, I want to
everybody in the Discord.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
Fun of me for saying flick the bean.
Wouldn't it be crazy if somewhere out there there's the Bible gal and we fall in love and then and we don't have kids because I ain't about that life. But we do the Bible guy gal rom-com live. It's she's out there somewhere, guys. Send her my DM.
Y'all can get a dog. Y'all can get the Bible.
The Bible
people dog. The Bible.
The
baby,
Bible dog.
Bible baby dog.
Is there is
I just
there a
found out
species of
something
dog
pretty
that starts with a
cool.
G? What? Yeah.
I just found out something cool. I'll be filling in for Blitz on the next Unapologetic next week.
Hell yeah, dude!
Oh, nice.
There you go. See, like, so
I'm
the
moving up in the
boys,
world.
each of the boys have their own respective person that can fill in for them. So like the top tier team, that's Justin and Blitz and Ian, and then right there is the backups, is the Bible guy, Quantanai, and Danny. We're like the backup for all three of them. Blitz is going on a conference in New York City. We're the B team. Hell yeah, B team. W to the B team.
But also, I feel I do feel really honored because this was the same spot that Forrest Valkai filled in for. And I have such mad respect for him. He's such an awesome creator.
Wait, Forrest filled in on the Unapologetic. When was this?
He did. It was a bit ago. I can't remember exactly when, but I was like, oh, that is so sick to see him on there. So the fact that I'm getting that same spot feels really cool.
Like literally 3 hours ago, I was just like fangirling over Forrest because I was explaining biology to a turf person.
I've already made it
yeah, he's such a great communicator.
I've already made it like a goal of mine that if I ever finally get to like talk to Forrest, and like if I'm on the line when he is or something like that, I'm gonna let him know that Ashlyn's a huge fangirl. And then I'll point him to particular. I'll point him to this video.
Tell him I AI'd his face in me in a wedding dress. No, I'm kidding.
No, God, gee whiz.
You know, I literally just banned generative AI from my own server.
Yeah.
Fine. I Adobe Photoshopped. How's that?
Good.
Okay.
There you go.
I like good old Photoshop made by man.
Or woman, or woman,
or Photoshop. Man is in mankind,
or non-binary folk.
Photoshop has generative AI now.
I know Forrest is taken. You don't have to remind. I mean, I'm not. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not.
Okay, there he goes. My YouTube went away for a second. I was worried for a second. I'm always worried that because usually it only happens at 3 a.m. My Wi-Fi every morning at 3 a.m. just turns off for like a second and then comes back on. So I'm always worried that it'll happen, because it used to happen back when I had really, really, really bad internet. My Wi-Fi would just turn off and then I would freeze in the middle of a. You remember, Ashlyn? I would always freeze on the lives back in the day. Yeah. Anyways, I got another super chat.
Yeah.
And then after we read the super chat, I'm gonna do a restart on the TikTok live so we can get some fresh Christian creators here to talk to us. So
at John Klein with the $10. Engage Autotune.
Engage Autotune. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough.
There you go. I knew that song. I know that song.
That really tickles my brain.
I know. There's a scene from what's it called? The movie with Will Ferrell, and where he goes into the alternate dimension, Land of the Lost. Jesus Christ, Land of the Lost, and they walk up to that giant like mirror, that giant glass object that vibrates, and he starts, do you believe in life after love? And then he tells his friend Holly, you should come sit on this. But anyways,
okay, that editor, okay, sounds like that video that I sent you. That's every time I hear that auto-tune, I think of that creator that talks about all their like times as like a super religious person. I think they're a teacher now, and they tell all their stories. This one time I was okay, never mind. No one's gonna get this. I'm gonna shut up now.
When you're talking to a 5-year-old and they're telling you a story and then they give up halfway through and then anyways, okay, we're gonna do
stream where you could do you so much you could do anything.
Yes, that's what I sound like.
Okay, we're gonna do a quick restart of the TikTok side and then we'll come right back. So I hope to see you both on the other side. Here we go. How do I hit the end live? There we go. Bye. And then now it's just us. Isn't this more intimate, guys? Just me, you, and me and you and Zaboomafoo. Yeah, who else watched Zaboomafoo as a kid? Go live. Come on up and see animal. Me and you and Zaboomafoo. That's probably why I love animals so much, is because of Zaboomafoo as a kid. I used to watch the fuck out of that show. There we go. And
so
I've already got a super chat.
When you ended the live, by the way, I went into Snapped Live and I just hear, "Who's Steve Jobs' Ligma?" And then someone responded, "Who's Steve Jobs' Ligma balls?" And I'm like, what did I just scroll into?
I also just watched the World Foot. It's great.
But we already got a super chat, and it's a pretty. I mean,
here at Orkuma Madness, with the $2. Wait, isn't Ashlyn the Bible gal?
Not in the sense of like, it's not the Bible gal that I was just referring to. I'm talking about the Rapunzel to my Eugene, the Kristoff to my Anna.
I'm more like the psychology gal. I'm not actually that well. I'm okay in the Bible, but I'm definitely not like Justin Dalton level. Also, Dalton, you're frozen on my end on TikTok.
Am I?
It looks good to me.
Oh, it's just you, Ash?
Is it just me?
It's just you.
Oh, I'll be back.
Now, 1 second. There seems to be something wrong. I can't see the YouTube chat. It says something went wrong. I see that, YouTube. So let me just refresh that. Hopefully that'll fix it. No, for some reason I cannot see the YouTube chat. I guess I'll just open it up on my my iPad so I'll be able to see what it is all of y'all are saying over there. I don't want you talking behind my back. Let's see. Switch account to the Bible guy. And guys, I am so close, like probably like less than 20 subscribers away from followers away on TikTok from hitting the 10K, the big 10K. So if you're not already following me on TikTok, go ahead and do that now. Because I want to. Something went wrong. Retry. I don't. Who is Dalton? I'm Dalton. Just making sure. Everyone on YouTube, make sure that you can still hear me and still see me, because for some reason everything's weird on my end. But anyways, let me just scroll down. Okay, yeah. What was I saying? Extreme close up of Duncan's ear. Oh, okay. Extreme close up on Duncan's ear.
You're good on YouTube.
Yeah, that's because I got two different. If you got an extreme close up on me right now, it's because you're watching on the YouTube vertical stream. YouTube now has a feature where you are able to dual stream on YouTube, a horizontal and vertical. It's not the way that Justin does it. It's just a way for everyone else to do it. But as a result, what it does is it just basically zooms in on my face or some part of the stream. I'm not quite sure. how that all
Are
works.
we going to have a vertical versus horizontal schism here too?
No, hell no, hell fucking no.
There is no war. There is no war in
There's
Bossing
no war in
Say.
Bossing Say. Yeah. Now what was I gonna say? Prior to the comment about you being the psychologist gal, and it said something about I already forgot. I'm sure it was good, but I don't remember. Anyways, and another super chat from
At or Kuma Magnus. With the $5, you two are stuttering a little too much with those answers.
No, it's not. It's not. There's already too many rumors, but no, it's not like that. Oh my god, it's so funny. Couldn't.
Wait, is this? Is this over my head? Is this about us?
Yes, it's the us thing. No, it's not like that, y'all.
Oh yeah, I pegged the shit out of Dalton. Wait, what?
No.
Sorry.
Well, okay, it's funny because that's not that under. I'm sure to a lot of guys that would be like the thing that you would say to like scare them, but I'm totally into pegging, so it doesn't work on me like that. Woohoo! Brownies out of the oven. No, it's. Not like
I've
that,
never seen Dalton
I didn't
naked.
peg you for that kind of person.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Someone said.
What's worse is I do seem like the type that would peg someone. Like I know that's how I come off as.
That is true. You definitely are 100% a pegger. 100%. Your nickname might as well be Peggy. But anyways, so I just now remembered. Someone asked me about my lighting. Said, Dalton, did you get new lighting? No, I didn't get new lighting. I mean, I did get new lighting in a sense because I got these two new lights now that go over the computer screen. I just got these in the mail yesterday. You can see how messy my room actually is. But oops. But anyways, no, the way the fact that my lighting looks so good is completely due to the magic of like internet stuff. So my actual face without the filters on the lighting filters looks like this. Let's see, like this. This is what it actually looked like, which is
the ghost.
It's really jarring compared to the red background. I wanted to make myself look like I blend in with the background, so I think this looks a lot better with the background. My eyes is the SpongeBob meme. My eyes. Oh my god. And
Zach Petrov with the $2. Duncan and Ashland sitting a tree. PEGGINC.
I need to read one of the comments. In Jesus's time, they called it getting nailed.
Oh my, that's
that is
if I ever see a homophobe in the future, I probably will use the PEGGING. That's so funny.
I literally was thinking of that in my head, so I'm so glad someone super chat. Well, I was thinking of kissing, like someone was going to do that because every time I just did this to Dalton the other day, making fun of him. But also Fern in the Discord said, I now have this crazy visual in my head with Ashlyn pegging Dalton while Dalton tops Jesus.
Jesus Christ. That's the real that's the real Holy Trinity right there. Nini Baba says, I always say Jesus' apostles had fun with him. He loved being nailed. Yeah. Man. Well, I'm not gonna beat the allegations now. Internet stuff getting kind of technical. Listen, guys, internet stuff. It's okay. Let me be a bit more technical. It is a color correction filter. There we go. Listen, I'm not the tech guy. I'm not the computer guy, but I have learned quite a bit about using computers ever since I oh no, Ashlyn's live content is flagged for harassment and bullying? What?
What did I do?
You threatened to peg him, I guess? I don't...
I guess in your live is violated our harassment
That's
bullying
the
policy. That's some bullshit. Yeah, just come back in a second, Ashlyn. That's wild. Oh wait, did it boot her? Did it boot her automatically, or did she leave just to make sure? Here, accept. Welcome back to the live.
Booted me.
You gotta stop bullying Dalton like that.
I didn't do anything.
It booted you? That's crazy. That's the first time that's ever happened. Wait, Forrest, are you in here? What?
I guess I can.
Whoa! Holy hell! Wait a minute.
Is Forrest Valkyne here?
No. I'm saying holy hell. I'm saying holy hell because
Super chat.
At Malcolm 1366 with the $100. Holy hell. Until AI ends my software career and I join you guys in the debate space, I have the means to help support creators. I wanted to offer you some help getting the new apartment in the city. Keep up the good work, Dalton.
Guys, I'm gonna get a little bit tearied. Honestly, I was just telling Ashlyn about how worried I've been recently about all the finances and stuff. So this is really helping a lot. I cannot express to you how much I appreciate this.
It's a good sign that you're getting all this on a slow day of all days.
I've been kind of taking notes on like what is leading to higher super chats. Now I'm gonna put PE. I can't say it because TikTok doesn't. I'm gonna say that correlates with.
I think we already knew that. That's
I'm
what
kidding.
really bring.
Malcolm, we really appreciate you like a lot. I and same with Xanon. I think I'm saying that correctly. And everybody else, like obvious. Xanon. Yeah, Dalton really was just talking to me about being worried, and we were like thinking about ways to like we're obviously still going to do this, but like to increase the stream, maybe doing like some like random lives here and there, and like how he can improve, and you know there was a lot of worrying discussion over that. So
here's another thing, guys. Once I get the apartment, my whole schedule will be a little bit different. I'm still going to be going live on the same days at the same time, but like my ability to go live on more days and do extra things in longer times will change. Right now I have like responsibilities here where I live. Like I try to help out as much as I can, and one of those ways that I try to help out around the house is walking the dogs. But when I move, I won't have dogs, and I won't have to like situate my entire schedule around walking them multiple times a day and all that kind of stuff. And I can just do big long lives even on days that I normally don't go live. We can do like preamble shows before Justin shows on the days he goes live, that kind of stuff. So, you know, be looking forward to getting
also
that.
While I'm on here, don't waste your super chats on Nate Me. Send it to Dalton, because I'm thankfully in a position where I don't really I'm in a secure spot. I'm not looking to buy a new apartment or anything. So if you want to, you know, give thanks to me or anything, send it to him, and I'll appreciate it all the same.
And you also have, unlike me, you have a real job in the real world, and I don't have a real job.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm in grad school.
Oh, well, you're much closer to having an actual real job than I ever will at this point. Although, who knows? Like,
I'm in a weird limbo phase.
Yeah,
I feel you. Student loans. Oh, you probably
not student loans necessarily, but I am on a fellowship which pays less than normal grad student positions.
I was about to say they're what, paying for your tuition and healthcare, housing, and all of that.
Not housing. I have to.
They don't pay for that?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
That's unfortunate.
Axios says, can't wait to see the new man cave. You must do a live move-in on TikTok. Maybe I will do a live on me doing the move-in on TikTok. But yeah, man cave. Listen, I'm not a decorator, guys. my apartment space is going to be extremely like I'll probably my room will be decorated, and I'm going to use my living room as the set for the Bible Guy show. All that open space, that's just the living room. I don't even if I have friends over, we can all hang out in my room and watch a movie on the TV or something like that. But my living room is basically going to be a set for the Bible Guy show. That's the plan, at least. So yeah.
At least you have a sous vide for your kitchen already.
I do have a sous vide for my kitchen. And then but redheaded trouble Liz said that she's going to fly in from the Forbidden West just to come help me decorate. But you know, we'll see about that. I'm not much of a decorator.
Liz.
Yeah. I'm not much of a decorator.
Wait,
though.
if Liz is going to be down there, I have to talk to Liz. Okay, wait, hold on. Never mind. Ignore what I said. Ignore all that.
At or impact with the $1.99. Dripping for Duncan. Painting for Beggy. Queer for Quant. Hell yeah.
Got all of us in there. Love to see it.
I've gotten one of those.
Really? Well, there you go. Queer for Quant. Q for Q. We love that stuff here.
In Act Burn Love Bomb with the $2. What? XO Anon sad, but way cheaper.
Well, W to Fern Love Bond. You're always here, always commenting. Thank you, Fern. Much appreciated. That's wild live. Okay, let's see. We have no guests right now. Christians. I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. Just so if there's any Christians right now listening, I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. I'm an atheist content creator, and I'm called the Bible Guy because I think I know the Bible better than most Christians on TikTok. And so far, every Christian I've spoken to on TikTok has only reaffirmed that belief that I have. Now, as a result of knowing the Bible so well, I think the Bible's bullshit. It contains too many. Say what?
But I have an argument for God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a G.J. Nelson and co argument. If no God, how is there Cinnabon? Boom.
Who? Who's G.J. Nelson?
He's in the comment section, or she. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. If not God, why Cinnabon? Cinnabon. If there's a God who invented Cinnabon, he's a dirty motherfucker. Every time I see a Cinnabon, I think immediately of never mind.
If there was a good God, he would have made Cinnabon healthy.
Yeah. And then at Zoanon with the $2. It's Zoanon from Classic Doctor Who, if you're curious.
Oh, well, see, that's so cool. I wouldn't have gotten that because I haven't watched Classic Who yet. I've only watched New Who. But we always love a Doctor Who reference, 100%, regardless of whether it's new or Classic Who.
Wait, so I was right. Ha!
Yeah, I get. Yeah,
I was right. Ha!
You make it sound like it's a rare occasion. You're right a lot of the time. That's the trick, guys.
It feels rare. Okay.
I just tell them that they're right all the time because usually they are. How sad is it that only Dalton could explain what God is to me, not a single Christian? Yeah, actually, when it comes to what is a God, I tend to. There is a definition I like that I feel is good enough to define what is and isn't a God. But here, let me see if I can pull up. Let me take a look. Go to my documents. Because my definition for what I consider what I would define God to be is going to be based off of a book from Dan McClellan. I think Dan gives us a pretty good here. because God, the problem with defining God, give it a second to load up. The problem with defining God is that there are lots of different conceptions of what God is in different cultures. Like, for example, like when we talk about God, usually in our Western culture, we think of a being who is all knowing and all powerful, who creates the universe. But in other cultures, a god doesn't necessarily meet that criteria. Zeus has an expansive knowledge, but he's not all knowing, and he's corporeal, and he didn't create the universe because the universe is eternal in some manner. So there really isn't like a hard set definition for what is deity. But the definition that Dan McClellan basically gives us in his book is God is a culturally transmitted agent concept that emerges from human cognitive predisposition to detect, model, and interact with unseen agency, whose presence is socially presence through material media. In other words, God is it's a social thing, and as a result, it changes depending on the society that we're in. But it's always an agent of some kind, at the very least. It is a supernatural agent that is worshipped, but like the specific parameters of what that agent is like completely differs depending on which culture we're talking about.
I would like to. I would personally add that it's an attempt at explaining something about the natural world.
Yes,
I guess that sort of feels in the supernatural trait that you said, but I think that like the explanation or the attempt at an explanation is an important part of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. In his book Yahweh's Divine Images, Dan McClellan, and you can all read it for free online. In this book Yahweh's Divine Images, Dan McClellan basically goes into what are the sort of psychological factors that led to the creation of belief in deities, and lots of that is going to be explaining natural phenomenon, like why do the rivers flow. It's because there's a spirit responsible for it, and we worship that spirit, therefore that spirit is a deity. It's going to be a lot of stuff like that, a lot of or you know, you're probably familiar with this idea, both of you are. The hyper agency detection awareness in the brain is a huge factor in how gods and spirits in general come about in the human culture. But for Ichthyus' question, says, by the way, the 4 omni properties, where are they in the Bible? Is that added on by Christians? I mean, so no, in the Bible, God is not presented as the omni God, who is all powerful, all knowing, all present, all good. Rather, in the Bible, God is sometimes good and sometimes he's evil towards people, depending on how they treat him. He is locally present. He exists in a single place, but he can, if you will, make his presence manifest in other places through material media. So, and God's spirit, which is not him, is able to go forth throughout the earth to search for things. But again, not being omnipresent, he has to travel from place A to point A to point B in order to learn things in the Bible. God isn't all knowing in the Bible. He has to learn things. His knowledge exceeds that of human knowledge, but it's not all encompassing. There are gaps in God's knowledge in the Bible. Like, for example, the fact that he doesn't know where Adam and Eve are hiding in the Garden of Eden. He says, "Where are you?" For example, in the Genesis 3. And then finally, with God being, what was the last one? Omnipotent. God cannot stop mere iron chariots in the book of Judges. And God is overpowered by the god Chemosh in one instance. Like, there are just examples of where God's power is limited to a certain extent. But the Bible, over time, his power grows and grows and grows in the Bible. And all these omni properties are post-biblical philosophical innovations in order to maintain monotheism.
So I think you just said that the Holy Spirit is able to pass through the earth. Is that what you said?
is able to search the earth. Like while
But
modern day Christian
I'm just
Christianity.
saying. I
Yeah.
want to say that, new take. Maybe the Holy Spirit is made out of neutrinos.
Maybe.
I'm just saying. I don't know if that's a heresy or not, but
Oh yeah, look at that.
Blitz,
Dr. Blitz.
We just had the same idea. Yes.
Our Holy Spirit's neutrinos. That's crazy. You both caught on to that at the same time.
I want to
That's
start
funny.
this new religious sect of Christianity.
But actually, in the Hebrew Bible, the Holy Spirit isn't God. It's not one with God. It's just a spirit. It's a spirit created by God, and it's able to be used by God to do things like to search out and look for things, for example. But it's not Yahweh himself, and Yahweh has many spirits who work for him in the Hebrew Bible. But yeah, 100%, the Holy Spirit is made out of neutrinos. That is the official Bible guy position now.
And Blitz, you can be preset of my new church that I'm starting for this.
If Quantanaut and Blitz have said it at the same time, you know what the Bible says? Upon the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses is a thing established. So there you go. Ichthus says, you would think Christians would stop claiming the 4 omnis after being battered on it. Well, they have to hold to the 3 omni properties because of, let's say it all together, tradition. It's only Fiddler on the Roof reference. It's only because of tradition and the dogma of the church that Christians continue to hold to the omni properties. And also, if they don't hold to the omni properties, a lot of questions arise about God. If God isn't like all knowing, if he's not all powerful, then he must be limited in some capacity. If he's limited in some capacity, all kinds of questions arise about God's origin and where he comes from. And this is why the early church had to create these omni properties of God by fusing the God of the Bible, Yahweh, with the God of Aristotle, the prime mover. But we got a guest, a friendly Brian Peck. Brian, welcome back to the show. What brings you up?
I didn't realize I was behind. I was going to explain to you the dumb thing that Christian meant by mirrors.
Yeah, go ahead. Explain.
The reason why he's saying that goes back to an argument that's about 7 years old in the flat Earth community, which is the idea that liquid lays completely flat. Well, when mirrors are made, they're actually poured and allowed to cool in a basin, and that basin has roughly the curvature of Earth. So they've got this idea that you would be able to tell by looking at it that a 3-foot mirror, if you were to measure from one side of it, say that you made the extreme edge up at one point, they would be saying that you wouldn't be able to look into a mirror if it was 89 nanometers different in terms of curvature on the other side of it. It's a really, really stupid argument.
It's a dumb argument, but you've already phrased it so much better than he did.
Unfortunately, when I first got into the debate sphere on Christian apologetics and Muslim apologetics, and then it transitioned to flat Earth. I've been a flat Earth debunker and debater for almost 9 years now. It's awful.
I feel you.
Blitz, in your Discord, look at the picture I just sent you. I think you'll find it. It'll tickle your brain. You'll see. I just sent him the flat earther meme I was showing her off earlier. But there you go. Yeah, we love anyone who is able to debunk flat earthers, because how are there flat earthers in the Big 26? I will never understand it. Even when I was a kid, I haven't believed in the flat earth since I was like 5, because I'm smarter than most flat earthers, and I don't have a flat brain.
Most?
Chris says,
no, you can.
I'm smarter than all flat earthers. Yeah, this is something I'm willing to say.
Elias just stole my stuffed penguin.
What's his name?
Pingy. So
Hi,
sorry.
Elias.
I have headphones on. He can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Y'all think the Earth is a pyramid?
What
you
is
know
that
what?
noise?
What is what noise? Oh, you might. Oh, it's actually raining outside.
There was like a background noise.
Wait a minute. Let's see if y'all can hear this.
He he gave Pingy back.
It's a miracle.
Oh, it's not raining. It's snowing outside. And listen, guys, as a native Texan, we become the biggest pansies when it comes to the snow. Because of the small amount of snow that we're getting right now, most stores are out of commission. And most of them are shut down. But I have a super chat here.
At Herbie Shine with the £2. No callers. Try Christian again.
Christian, are you out there? Christian, are you out there? Quant told me the penguins will stop me from falling from the edge of the world. Don't say that. It's not being a pan. It's actually more dangerous because of the temp. I mean, I don't know, guys. I see the way that people up north handle this kind of weather, and I'm sure that if y'all, oh wait, I wonder why in the comment section it says Jesus is Lord and God, Lord of the flies and the God of no returns. Yeah, but I wonder why. You're more than welcome to come up, and if you think you have a good reason for us to think the Bible is not bullshit. I am the Bible guy. I wonder why. And as a result, and I know the Bible, I've read the Bible front to back. I know it very well. And as a result of knowing the Bible so well, I'm willing to say that the Bible is bullshit. As long as it's not like 2021 again. 2021 was the big, yeah, I remember 2021. That was the year of the big blizzard. We were all stuck inside. I walked to work that year in the snow. I can actually, if I ever did have kids, not going to happen. If I ever did have kids, I can now tell them I walked uphill in the snow. Can I ask you a question? You are more than welcome to ask me a question. I wonder why, but you can only ask it if you come up and ask me yourself and talk to me.
So did y'all's Walmarts look like a absolute war zone like we did over here in East Dallas?
Yeah.
I don't go to Walmart.
But yeah, I mean, as a Texan, that's all we got is Walmart in this area of Texas. But yeah, well, I wonder why I don't answer questions from people from opposition in the comment section. If you want to know about I think the Bible's bullshit, you have to come up. Dalton, do you like? I know it's Buc-ee's, but in my head, I always say Bussies. Do you like Bussies? Do I like Buc-ee's? Blitz, I do. I haven't been to a lot of Buc-ee's in my time, but they got great steak. I'll always eat out of the Bussie. But yeah,
that's
our
the
stores
one with the weird beaver statue, right?
Yeah, there's a beaver statue. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, I don't. Okay, see, she pines for the Bussie. I don't know. Is Buc-ee's not a thing outside of Texas, or is it like a southern thing?
They have them out. They have them outside of Texas now, but it was like predominantly a Texas thing.
So for anyone who doesn't know,
right outside of New Orleans. But
see,
New Orleans squashed that because they don't want chains.
Here, I'll show everyone on the browser. For anyone who doesn't know, Buc-ee's is a chain. It's a gas station chain here in the South, I guess now, and it's quite popular with people. And generally, in the front of the Buc-ee's, they have like a statue of Buc-ee, the beaver. It's a whole thing over here. People treat Buc-ee's like it's like from the heavens itself. But they got good steak, but it's just a glorified gas station. And people in Texas, Texans are gonna destroy me for that. Cleanest bathrooms.
I know on the East Coast they have a Wawa's. Have you ever been to a Wawa?
No, but I've never been to the East Coast.
I really like
It's a very similar thing. It's also a gas station chain type place.
You like what?
I really like Come and Go. Come and Go.
Me too. I'm all about that.
They're actually
but
going to change the name of the condos due to that joke.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah.
Nothing beats a good gas station steak. I mean, listen, it's not just a gas station. It's like the Disney World of gas station, basically. And but yeah, good steak. I like it. Oh, not good. It's not steak. It's what do you call that kind of brisket? Thank you. It's brisket. I guess you can. I'm not a true Texan, guys. I mean, I was born and raised here, but I stick out like a sore thumb around here. Am I wrong? But isn't Texas heavily Christian? It is. Literally, when Ashland came down to Texas, not last November, but the November before, and how many churches are near my house, Ash?
I was like just going to Walmart. I started counting churches, and it got into the double digits before we got to Walmart that was 30 minutes away.
Also,
I'm like, how? I literally was asking him. I'm like, how can your like town financially support this many churches? I do not understand. They're nicer than your homes.
Also, how scary is a car ride with me?
It's not you. It's your car.
At one point, she's like, "You're kind of going off to the side a little bit," and I never noticed it
because you need a alignment. I was like, your like steering wheel isn't aligned.
I never noticed it until she pointed it out, but whenever I do drive, I'm always slightly doing this to compensate for that. Like I'm my car's not good, guys. It's not good. And the rims are completely shot to hell. Wouldn't it be cool if Dalton's car is secretly Bumblebee? Very random, but all right. It would be cool. Autobots roll out. And I got a super chat here.
At or impact with a $1.99. Ashland gonna get white again for Penguin Peggy.
It's Pengy, not Penguin Peggy.
I did watch a show the other day, and it was like life as the penguins in South Africa. There was a lot of penguin, woohoo, going on in there. I thought for a second I accidentally turned on Penguin Cornhub.
I wonder why it says funny that you can't answer it. Funny that I didn't even read your question. I wonder why you're refusing to come up and ask your question. I don't engage with opposition in the comment section. That's my rule. That's my fast hard rule. I do not engage with opposition in the comment section or in my DMs. If you want me to answer a question for you, you're more than welcome to come up. And trust me, I definitely probably more than sufficient enough to answer whatever question you have. But I don't talk to opposition in the comment section. Let's see. And all my peeps in the we got Loud in here. Brian, I'm gonna drop you down so I can bring up another guest. But thank you for coming out, bud.
Oh, no worries.
Loudon, I'm gonna ask you are they gonna be able to come up or no, I guess they disappeared. I guess I'll bring up another friend, the Dreamy Eye. What brings you up to the show, bud?
I don't think Dreamy meant to request. Dreamy, where are you?
I'm here.
Ashland. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it froze for a little bit. Dalton was like completely still. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, Dreamy, can you hear me?
Yeah. It's good. TikTok's been freezing a lot lately. So, what's up, yo? So y'all were talking about bear shells at Walmart. I work at Walmart and I'm from Texas, and I gotta say, Walmart shoppers are a bunch of savages. Like it's frozen water falling from the sky. It's not the middle of the zombie apocalypse. I promise you guys, we'll be fine. I promise.
My mom stocked up on food and toilet paper. Yeah, it's the people in Texas treat like a. It's not where I'm at. It's not even really snowing. It's just like a really slight, like sheet of ice. Really, we're just built different, and not in a good way.
I don't know when your own when your own senator bails on you to a different state, I would panic too.
All right. But it looks like I got another. Nikkei, I forgot. Nikkei, are you opposition or friendly? Because you've been up here before. I'm just blanking all of a sudden. But Dreamy, I'm gonna. I don't want to have too many people on the guest box at once because it's intimidating for opposition. But
Hey, yeah, no, no, go ahead, man. I just had to vent as a Walmart employee.
Hell
Guys,
yeah,
just
I
gotta
get you,
just
brother.
Calm your titties down.
I used to work at Brookshire's, so I get it 100%. It's to a lesser degree. But I wonder why. Not afraid to answer your question. You just got to come up here and ask it. Anyways, Nikkei, just a reminder from me, Nikkei, because I know you've been up here several times, and I'm just blanking. Friendly or opposition?
Oh, friendly. I don't even know what's going on. It says I got a request.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
ask you to come up.
I didn't come up.
Oh, you were just in my guest box, so I just brought you. I just brought you up. So you didn't mean to. You didn't mean to request though.
Oh, I think my dog might have stepped on my phone.
Either that, or while you were tapping, you accidentally hit the request button. So it's all good. That's all good.
All right.
It's a surprise for all
I'm
of
sorry.
us.
I'll hop down, okay?
Oh wow,
Yeah, no.
Nikkei shows up. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I guess we don't get to catch this one. Damn it.
Yeah. Do. Who else played Pokemon Go when during the what was it 2020?
Me.
That was a crazy
I still play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, but that one summer when it first came out, we were all united as a people. It was crazy. I walked the entire breadth of my town. Me and my friend Bo walked the entire breadth of our town, and we met all kinds of people doing it. When we went to a Dairy Queen, and there was like a mom and a dad and their tiny daughter all playing Pokemon Go, and we were chatting. It was like peace. It was like it did more to bring peace than Jesus ever did.
I actually played the earlier version of that game called Ingress, which wasn't Pokemon themed, but essentially was the same mechanics by the same company. So that's what I did.
Okay, Quan, not you out nerd us. We get it. I was in Austin at the time. Well, actually, I was technically living near Fort Hood. Well, it's a long story. But I was living in Fort Hood, but like not because well.
Right.
Anyways, but yeah, no, it was super fun to do it in all the places.
Blitz
That
also
sounded
played
sexual.
Ingress, so you guys are just both absolute nerds. But
Nerds!
Christians, we got an hour left of the show, and I need y'all to come up to actually have a conversation with me. Otherwise, we'll just keep shooting the shit and making fun of the Bible. I don't believe in the Bible because of the fact that it contains scientific and historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecy. For anyone who wants to know why I think the Bible is bullshit. But you're more than welcome to come up and defend the Bible and give me a good reason why I should believe in it. Luigi is a Pokemon, right? Yes, Mario and Luigi are both Pokemon. I believe it. Man, everyone is going after. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why you won't come up. Like, I promise I won't bite your head off as long as you're a cordial guest. Then we'll have a nice discussion.
I bite.
Okay. I can speak for myself. Pegging. Let's see. Yeah, Debwinoir, exactly. Yeah. Yes, the truth does hurt a lot, which is why Christians like to avoid it as much as they possibly can. No more bullshit, please says she's scared for Jesus, doesn't want to go up, only insult. Scared for Jesus. Guys, okay, so I'm now starting to think about Bible Guy merch. If I made Bible Guy merch, like hoodies and stuff like that, would you guys like that?
G-string.
A Bible Guy G-string?
Yes.
I feel without context it would give off the wrong impression.
Well, it'll be very obvious that's not pro-Bible when I make these. A t-shirt that says, if there's no pegging in heaven, I don't want to go. Stuff like that. Who's your Bible daddy? And then obviously my face on a G-string, like on the front piece. Absolutely.
And nipple tassels.
And nipple tassels. Bible Guy nipple tassels.
Ooh, we could steal that idea about that Jesus dildo.
We can steal the idea? That's already a thing.
Yeah, but we can
And
make
I-
a Bible
and-
Guy branded one.
And will YouTube allow me to sell that? I don't think so. I don't know.
We can just sell it as like table decor.
Table
It's
decor.
a candle.
I love how the fact is that you remembered exactly what I was talking about, and now everybody else knows what type of pictures that we share to each other.
You're not helping at all, Ashlyn. Now, remember what we say, everybody. How you know Christians don't have good arguments? They resort to one of two things. Either they resort to insults like body shaming and stuff like that, or calling you names, or they threaten you with hell. And I wonder why in the comment section just said, when an ambulance clap your doors, we will bailing out to Jesus. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's why she's not coming up to talk to us. She wants to ask her question in the comment section where she's safe and stuff, not coming up to talk to me. And instead of actually engaging, wants to say, well, you'll be sorry when you're about to die. Then you'll be calling out to Jesus. No, I won't. No, I won't. Because guess what? Calling out to dead people won't help me out in the sphere of like getting better. Jovan, you missed it. We had a flat earther on here earlier.
Dude, you should go into the live I was just in. Holy crap, this lady is nutty.
Oh yeah, what was she saying?
They were just arguing about the Christ resurrection story, and she just I'm like, and she uses the whole, oh well, people don't die for things they believe are false. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything I'm talking about?
I just say 9/11. I literally just say what it was 9/11 then.
No, but then she said, yeah, but they weren't doing it because of someone she was like, nobody's ever, I literally said because people died for Islam. She's like, well, nobody died who said that they knew Muhammad. I'm like, multiple people. They killed multiple of Muhammad's disciples. What are you talking about?
Do you think people would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
But I just wanted to pop in. If at some point tonight you want a live hop, let me know because I've got a bunch of them.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind, bud. Thank you for that.
Be easy, yo.
Be easy. Oh, I wonder why in the comment section goes on to say some nonsense like calling out to dead people. Yes, I'm referring to Jesus of Nazareth, who is a corpse. Are you hearing everything by the reverse? What? I don't know what that phrase means.
Dalton, we're supposed to introduce our guest. That was Jovan, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was Jovan. Everyone, I'm sorry. Someone in the comment section said you should introduce your guests when they come on. So I keep forgetting to do it. That was Jovan. Everyone, go check out Jovan Bradley on his YouTube and TikTok. Great content. He likes to debate against transphobes and maggots and all kinds of people like that. Have you ever heard of the resurrection of the Christ? I have heard the myth of the resurrection of the Christ, but in real life, Jesus is still dead.
I wonder why I've not heard of it. Could you come explain it to me?
I was just about to say, like, well, no, I've never heard of it all. How do I know that happened?
Yeah, come give me like tell me what happened and then give me evidence that it happened, because the only resurrection I know is never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
My
Zombies
resurrection
aren't
every
real,
every
you know
morning.
that, right?
Every morning I rise. I'll tell you that much. I wake up a hard. Someone once asked me.
That was the joke. Joke out.
Someone once asked me, "Are you a hard atheist?" And I said, "Yes. I wake up every morning a hard atheist." Matthew 5:17. Jesus is saying the law is still in play, right? Correct, Recon. Matthew 5:17 is specifically Jesus telling his audience that if you want to be a follower of Jesus, you have to obey the Mosaic law. Anybody found the body of Jesus? Has anyone found? Hey, question. Has anyone found the body of Romulus? Has anyone found the body of Alexander the Great? No. Well, they must still be alive. Fun fact. I wonder why. The 99% of all crucifixion victims, we don't know where their bodies are. That's what happens to when you decompose a body. It turns into dust. Fun fact.
You know what you said earlier reminded me. I heard a quote that was I'm not a stone cold atheist. I'm a cold stone atheist. I like ice cream.
Okay. I'm a cold stone atheist. I don't think I've ever had cold stone ice cream.
I have one like 15 minutes from me. I really should go. It's kind of not ice cream weather right now, though.
Where is the body of Nero? He rose and sacked Rome. Yeah, AJ, listen, I wonder why. There are tons of resurrection myths from around this time. Accordingly, Osiris was resurrected by his wife Isis. Where's his body? If you think he's dead, where's his body? Where's the body of Romulus? Where's the body of Aristeus? You can't find it? Holy shit, they must all still be alive. Dalton, the architect.
Romulus is a planet. Romulus is a planet.
Trek planet.
Yeah, it's the evil Vulcans.
I want to test you here. Then I wonder why you should be able to come up here and defend the idea that Jesus fulfilled prophecy, because I'll tell you this. Jesus didn't fulfill a single prophecy. That's one of the other reasons why the New Testament is bullshit. Anyways, I'm going to test it's going to be a science / mythology questionnaire for you, Quantonaut. So each of the planets of our solar system are named after Roman gods. Can you name the Greek equivalent of each of the planets?
Oh boy, I can do it with some of them, but I'm not sure if I can do it for all of them.
Let's do it in an order. First planet is
Jupiter. Zeus.
Let's do it in order. Mercury is.
Oh my God, who's the messenger of that's? I'm actually. I think you might have already got me here.
Hermes.
Hermes, yes, that's right. Right. I need to remember the Disney's Hercules.
Venus is
Persephone, maybe?
Venus. Who is Venus in Roman mythology? Goddess of what? In the comment section, don't help them out. Don't help them out in the comment section.
Beauty?
Of love and fertility.
I'm not looking.
Yeah. It's Aphrodite.
So I just walked off to ask Elias if he ever rode a donkey or knew someone that rode a donkey in Bethlehem, and he looks at me and he goes, "You know they use cars now, right?"
Yeah, that one will never happen now. So yeah, Venus is Aphrodite.
Okay, you're making me show my whole ass here.
Okay, Terra, which is Earth.
Isn't it Gaia or something?
Yeah, Gaia. First one, Gaia.
Yeah, I got one.
And then Mars is
God of War, and that would be.
I love Greek mythology.
Oh my God! It's at the tip of my tongue. I know this one, but who's the God of War? And oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I'm blanking.
It's Ares.
Of course.
And then Jupiter.
See, now that you say that, yeah, I got that one. It was Zeus.
Yeah. Okay. Jupiter. Saturn.
Kronos, I think.
Yes. Yes. Uranus.
That's a tougher one.
This one's actually really easy.
Uranus would be. Oh, is it easy? Oh,
because the Greek sounds so similar.
Oh, if it's so similar, then I don't. I'm not. Once you say it, I'm gonna know immediately what it is.
It's Oranos.
Oranos. No, I don't think I would have guessed that one.
Yeah. Okay. Neptune.
Poseidon.
And then just a bonus, even though it's not a planet, it's a dwarf planet. Don't come at me.
Yeah.
Pluto.
That would be. Oh my gosh! I know this. It's God of the Underworld. Oh my god! It's the villain in
Hades.
In Hades. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I
knew it was the villain.
I was getting.
Oh my god!
I was getting fruit,
Hades.
so I just walked back
I'm
and I
so
just
bad
hear
at names.
God
well,
of the
you got
Underworld,
so
and I'm
bad
like,
at names.
I think you got 4 of them, so there's that. And then I think you would think I would know the name of all the moons. Okay. Do you like Starfield?
I have not played that.
You would love it. Anyways, Starfield, you get to travel to not to multiple systems, but you get to travel to the Sol system, which is our system. And as a result, I know some of like, for example, Mars, there's Phobos and Deimos. And Phobos and Deimos, which is weird. What I don't understand is the fact that they chose Greek names for these moons. Even though the moon is called, the planet is called Mars, which is Roman. Phobos and Deimos are fear and panic.
is it just me or is he cutting out really bad? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the internet did a fart.
Oh wait, got it. Anyways, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos and there we go. Phobos and Deimos are the moons, fear and panic, which is, by the way, Hades' little minions. Pain and Panic are based off of them.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Charon is Pluto's. Charon, who was the boatman from the River Styx. You know, all that. I like, and of course, our moon has a name too. What is the name of our moon?
Luna.
Yeah, Luna, and our sun has a name.
Sol.
Yeah. This is nerd shit, 100%. TikTok has been real glitchy lately, says Reset. It's not TikTok's fault in this instance. It's mine. My internet's to blame here.
I love what they named one of the interstellar asteroids that came through our solar system somewhat recently, because they're starting to branch out to different mythologies, and they called it Oumuamua.
Oumuamua?
And that's just a cool name.
From what mythology?
Yeah. I think it's Polynesian.
Very cool. That's cool. I don't mind seeing more Polynesian names in our star system. That's really cool. They had to come up with for Starfield, because you're going to all kinds of systems and stars and planets and stuff like that. They had to come up with names for planets, and they took like there's a star system called Hawkins, and another one called Schrodinger, like, and all the planets are like Schrodinger 1, Schrodinger 2. You know how it goes. No More Bullshit says, I want at least one debate today. We did have a debate earlier. Christian, should we
I want to correct myself briefly.
Yeah.
Oumuamua is not from necessarily a mythology. It's just a Hawaiian word that means like messenger from afar arriving first.
Oh, okay. Guys, we're going to do a quick restart one last time. We have 36 minutes left. Well, I wonder why. The reason you got muted is because you do a lot of talking in the comment section. But you're too much of a coward to come up and talk to me. That's why. Anyways, we're gonna do a quick reset, and hopefully we'll get some non-cowardly Christians to come up and debate us on why we should think the Bible is not bullshit. So here we go, ending the live. All right, and then going live again. Oh, but we do have a guest already on YouTube. I'm gonna add you to the scene. Hello, guest. What name should I call you by?
Seth, and good evening. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Seth. I'm gonna ask you 4 preliminary questions, and then we can get to the meat and potatoes of the conversation. Seth, question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Dalton, you need a. Did they turn the camera off? Because we can't see them.
You hear me?
No, you're good. Oh wait, they disappeared for a second. Oh, are you back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
You need
yes.
to move the camera over because it's cuts them in half.
I see his shoulder only,
Sorry, you're not,
or their shoulder
like,
only.
not hearing you exactly.
You're not hearing me. You might
Now I hear you.
not. You do hear me now. Okay. So do you hear me right now? Just making sure. Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
All right. Fantastic. All right. So you are at least 18 years old. Question number 2: are you a Bible believer?
I'm Jewish, so I believe in the Old Testament.
Okay. And question.
Camera off.
I'm
It is.
cisgender, so
It is.
he, him.
Oh
It-
gosh, this is like
It's
one bit
yeah.
a second.
1 second, guess.
Dalton, whatever amount of internet you're using, your internet is so bad they need to turn off
Yeah, I
their
don't know if
camera.
it's your connection or mine.
It's causing massive.
Okay, so here's the thing. My internet is not very good right now. So just for the remainder of this conversation, just if you will, I'm just going to turn off your camera, and we can. Let's see. There we go. Maybe that.
Yeah, I'll just turn it off myself. By all means, if that helps, no problem.
No, you're good. We're good now. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. Okay, sorry, you said he, him. All right, and what was your name?
Yeah, Seth.
Seth, he, him. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. I think that the Bible is bullshit. The Tanakh is not true. It doesn't comport with reality. What brings you up to the Bible Guy show?
Well, just I guess the first thing I would say is the premise. The Bible is bullshit. Can you define what you mean by the Bible is bullshit? Because what I would say off the instant is there is clearly archaeological evidence that some figures of the Old Testament did exist. So inherently, when you say the Bible is bullshit, that seems like a more of a generalized statement. So I just want to know, when you say the Bible is bullshit, what specifically do you mean by that? Just to start off.
Yeah, that there are contradictions, historical and scientific errors within the Bible, and failed prophecy. And while there are some archaeological corroboration with the Bible, the majority of the Bible is what we would consider myth or mythic history.
Dalton,
Yeah,
your internet.
Sorry,
Your
you're
internet.
coming in like a robot.
Your
I'm
internet.
sorry.
It's
Turning
guys,
into Daft Punk again.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to
just repeat it. Repeat it.
Yeah, the Bible is full of contradictions, scientific and historical errors, and we're going to say failed prophecy. And while there are some things which are corroborated by archaeology, the majority of the Bible is going to be either myth or mythic history.
Okay, I mean, I definitely can understand why what you say, some of it to be accurate or why you consider it to be bullshit. My viewpoint of the Old Testament or the Hebrew Bible is that I view the Tanakh as a library rather than a narrative. And what I mean by that is I believe it's a collection of books that was put together by people many centuries ago as a means of either teaching us poetic allegories, lessons, but with some historical facts and historical events perhaps or very likely embellished in many respects. So I don't necessarily view it as a narrative where Genesis, all the way to the end of Deuteronomy, to the prophets, to the writings. I don't view it as necessarily a narrative, and that everything from start to finish is something that happened directly as it was stated. I view it more so as a collection of books that were codified together as the best means of representing the history, and the lessons and just the overall culture of the Israelites, and which developed to the Jewish people today. So I guess that's how I would view at least the Tanakh, and I'm curious to your response on that.
Well, I think that when it comes to accurately relating the history of the Jewish people, nothing from Genesis to Joshua is accurate to the history of the Israelite people. Now, the Israelites did go into captivity under Babylonian, in the Babylonian exile under Nebuchadnezzar. Although I don't trust any of the things written, the Book of Daniel was utter myth.
Yeah, the Book of Daniel was written in this first, I believe, the second century CE, BCE. Correct me if I'm wrong. And
correct.
Daniel is not put in the book of the prophets. He's not considered. He's not. It's not. Well, I believe the Christians call him one of the major prophets, but in Judaism, it's actually under in Tanakh. It's actually
Ketuvim.
under the Ketuvim, exactly, considered a writing, which is considered definitely, I would say, Esther and the other Megillas and whatnot are definitely more, at least obviously, poetry or allegory. So I definitely agree with you. Daniel is, well, I'm not going to call bullshit out of respect for my culture, but it's mostly poetic and not meant to be historically literal. I agree with you.
Yeah. Would you agree that the Bible contains prophecies that failed?
Yes.
All right. Looks like so far we're in a
failed or misinterpreted. Misinterpreted in the sex, and this not that we misinterpret it, but misinterpreted in that when it was written or documented, it was not done correctly. And the reason why I state that is because, like I said, I view the Tanakh as a library, and it's a library. Oh, are you still there? Don't see
yeah,
me anymore.
you're still here. You just disappeared for just a second, but I heard everything you said.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So because the Old Testament was not divinely written, even if we granted Mosaic authorship, which obviously didn't happen, it's still a human being recording and documenting all of these stories and the history. So human beings obviously are imperfect. They're not all good. They're not all knowing. So many of the contradictions or the failed prophecies that were written, I would attest to just the fact that because human beings are composing Tanakh, naturally you're going to make mistakes. I don't view it necessarily as divinely written work. I view it as divinely inspired work.
So just for clarification, are you conservative or reform?
I would consider myself like conservative.
Okay.
So I view myself. I actually just learned the other day like the differences between a deist and a theist, and I'm not even fully sure where I'd fall under that spectrum because I actually spoke to Justin a couple nights ago. We had a really good conversation, and I sort of explained that my view of God is that it's one that created the world and sort of has a large scale plan for the universe, but it's not one that's interceding every second of every day regarding to every choice someone makes or to every small that occurs. So, for example, if someone stumbles and falls and scrapes their knee, that's not God. Alternatively, the survival of the Jewish people and other major world events that might have occurred might have been planned or might have been molded by a higher power. So that's sort of how I view God. I guess I think the term Justin used was sort of a limited, what's it called? A limited theist or deist, one of the two.
Limited theism. That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
So that's how I would sort of view at least my version of God. But I guess I would consider myself conservative on the Jewish scale of different types of Judaism. Certainly not Orthodox, probably not modern Orthodox, not Reform because I probably still hold more belief in the historicity and the divinely inspired nature of the Tanakh, but somewhere along those lines.
So let me just ask you some more questions just to gauge your where you're standing at. Do you accept the consensus of the scholarship in archaeology that would state that the Jewish people originally were just another group of Canaanites, and that Yahweh was a deity adopted by this group of Canaanites and eventually rose up the echelon to become the chief deity?
I'm not knowledgeable enough on the sort of archaeology and history of that respect. I've heard of that. I'm actually starting to read some books that Justin recommended for me to read a couple days ago. But what I will say is that I definitely believe that a lot of the stories about the Israelites either were myths, stories around that time that were adopted to our own culture, like the flood story, or they were real events, but they were embellished for poetic reasons. So the Exodus, for example, I don't believe the Exodus was some sort of grand scale event as documented, but I do think it's possible that a small group of people that would become the Israelites might have had some sort of escape in a much smaller, a much lower scale event. And in the Tanakh, actually, it says Yam Suf. Yam Suf doesn't mean Red Sea; it means the Sea of Reeds.
Sea of
That sounds
Reeds.
like a much, yeah, that sounds like a much smaller body of water. So I think, at least correct me if I'm wrong, the historical consensus, or there at least is a sizable portion of scholars that believe that a much smaller Exodus-like event is possible to have occurred, and that became legend.
The Hyksos people traveled from Egypt to the region of Canaan, and they probably integrated some of their stories with specifically with one of the Canaanite groups being the Israelites. And it's also possible that the Exodus event is a cultural remembrance of the Israelites from a time when, historically speaking, the Egyptians used to rule over the people of Canaan, and the Canaanites were vassal kingdoms for Egypt. And there's probably a little bit of a cultural remembrance there. Where do you stand on the documentary hypothesis?
Actually, before I respond, I actually have a question. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with the collapse of the Bronze Age, with the Sea Peoples. Is there any sort of, or has there been any sort of historiography trying to connect the Sea Peoples to any sort of events that would happen in the Book of Genesis or anything relating to the Old Testament? Or is the historically consensus that the Sea Peoples were a completely separate entity that ended up sort of resulting in the downfall and destruction of, I guess, Egypt at that time?
I'm pretty sure a lot of scholars believe that the Sea People are the same as the Philistines. That the Phoenician / Philistine people were the Sea People, and so they do interact. And when the Sea People came to the land of Canaan, there was a lot of contention between them and the native Canaanite tribes, and part of that contention is mythologized into the stories of Israel versus the Philistines. Now, during the time of King David, there was probably that contention probably still existed. The Canaanites and the various Canaanite groups were often at war with one another, and along with that, the Philistines were at war with all these different Canaanite groups, including the Israelite groups. And there's a really good book on, if you're looking for other books suggestions.
Yeah, I'm writing notes. I'm writing notes, if you don't mind, on my paper here. If you hear me writing, that's just me writing notes.
Yeah, there's a book on King David. Let me
And just
pull
for
it
the
up.
record, since you mentioned King David, my viewpoint on him is that there was a King David. We definitely have archaeological evidence that there was a House of David. Now, it might not have been David to the point where the United Kingdom, which I do personally believe there was a United Kingdom, but it might have been on a much smaller scale. But I definitely think King David, we certainly have enough evidence to know at this point that some sort of King David and some sort of House of David definitely existed. Would you agree with that?
I think there was probably a King David. I would suggest the historical David, the real life of the
historical David. I think I've heard of this book before. I've never read it, but I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, the historical David, the real life of an invented hero by Joel Baden.
Dalton, move it over a little bit if you want everyone to see.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, this definitely sounds familiar.
Yeah,
So
And
definitely
we
added to the
think that
list.
and there's a lot of question. There's a lot of like how we derive about the real David based on what we have from the Tanakh. Like for example, it seems like portions of the Tanakh were written as apologies or apologetics to sort of like establish King David as being somewhat like being a legitimate king. Like King David may not have been of Israelite origin, so the story of Ruth and the Moabites and Boaz gets created in order to legitimize his kingdom. Maybe there was a coup or usurpation of King Saul or the previous king before David, and the stories that we have about him were written as a way of like trying to like say, well, no, he's not a usurper. He did this fair and square and all this kind of stuff. And then like earlier myths about Goliath versus Elhanan, the Bethlehemite, were then later attributed to King David in order to again boost his heroic story. But this is the book I would go to on this topic. He's probably the foremost theologian on like the historical King David. But what's your perspective on the documentary hypothesis?
So I just want to make sure I understand the documentary hypothesis correctly. One thing about me, at least, is I don't presume to just go with things that I don't know. I'll openly say I don't know. I think when it comes to just debates and just in general getting knowledge, I think it's admirable to just say sometimes you don't know and like ask what things mean. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this is the documentary hypothesis or the supplementary hypothesis, but the documentary hypothesis is the idea that the Bible was written in like 4 or 5 different books and it was codified together by a single individual, the Deuteronomist. Correct me if I'm wrong, or is that the supplementary hypothesis, or am I completely off on that?
You're close. So it's that there were. It's not for person. It's not about the entirety of Tanakh. This only applies to the Torah. That the Torah was originally 4 different source traditions. Whether or not they were written down or not, we're not quite sure. Although the Deuteronomy source, there's 4 sources: J, which is the Jehovah source, which is the Yahweh source; E, the Elohim source; E, the priestly source; and D, the Deuteronomist source. The Deuteronomist source was probably written down, and that's the one that King Josiah discovered when he did his when he did his
cleanse the temple,
cleanse the temple. He did a reformation of the Israelite religion, moved it away from its like its polytheistic or polytheistic origin and sort of like centralized worship of the Israelites to just Yahweh and not to the other deities, and then also centralized the worship so that instead of having all these different shrines and temple locations for Yahweh, there was only one that was legitimized, which was the one in Jerusalem. But yeah, it's 4 sources, 4 traditional sources that get brought together to form what we call the Torah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely possible. Like I said, using my perspective on the Tanakh, it's a library composed by human beings. So it's definitely possible that there were different sources or different original texts that over time were, codified by a single person or single people. And that in turn developed to Torah and the Tanakh as a whole. So I definitely think it's a very possible theory. I don't deny it.
And for more information on this, from Joel Baden again, the composition.
I see you like Joel Baden. It seems to be a guy you like.
on these two topics, these are the only books from him I know. Is the David book and also the composition of the Pentateuch, renewing the documentary hypothesis. Otherwise, he's not my top favorite scholar. My number 1 favorite scholar is our boy Dan McClellan. I'm a Dan stan, 100%.
I do like Dan McClellan. I watch some of his videos. I do like Dan.
Yeah, but it looks like for the most part, like the two of us agree on most things.
Well,
when it comes
I
to the Bible.
I definitely think there's a good amount of overlap on things we agree upon. But I guess the premise of your debate is, in my opinion, is what I disagree with then, because to say the Bible is bullshit is to say that every inherent part of it is not true. And I definitely think there's enough archaeological evidence and definitely enough possibility from a historical standpoint that smaller scale events in the Tanakh might have occurred. I think that sort of maybe makes your premise, with all due respect, a little bit faulty. I think maybe it would be better to say the Bible is over embellished, or the New Testament is bullshit, or something
Well,
of that.
that doesn't really help with like bring in opposition. Now, when I say the Bible is bullshit, this is obviously meant to incite people, but also it's meant to say it's meant to be to demonstrate that the Bible. I don't think the Bible is divinely inspired. Don't have any reason to think it's from a god. It's just a human work, and the majority of it is not comporting to reality. It's either pure myth, like the stuff in Genesis, I would think is pure myth, or it's mythic history. So history that's been reinterpreted through the lens of myth.
Do you think that I'm going to venture a guess that obviously you don't think the New Testament at all is divinely inspired, and that you don't believe Jesus is, any sort of like I do, that Jesus was just a historical figure, not the Messiah. But do you
Yeah.
think at least that, at least compared to the New Testament and maybe other sort of texts, or just in general, the God of the Old Testament, regardless if it's a good God, regardless if it's a God that's not flawed, do you think there's more of a possibility that the God of the Old Testament might have some existence, or just more evidence of said existence, rather than, say, the New Testament?
No, I think that Yahweh, I think that I'm always open to the idea of a God existing in a deistic sort of fashion, but specifically the God of the Bible, Yahweh, Hashem, I think is a fiction. Like I think we see a really good history of Yahweh as originally just a deity within the pantheon of Israel, and that this deity was eventually exalted to become the chief deity of the Israelites. I think we can see. I think we have like.
I don't mean to, when do
Yeah.
you think, or at least what's the scholarly consensus? When do you think the idea of, I'm just going to say Hashem because, still as a practicing Jew, I don't want to,
Yeah.
say that, out
You're
of
good.
respect. When do you think the idea came that Hashem became the primary and the most glorified deity among the Israelites? Do you think it's something that first occurred more so during the Second Temple period? Do you think it happened? You mentioned King Josiah. Do you think it's possible that Hashem was still at one point worshipped as the sole or most powerful deity among the Israelites, and then over time, that sort of regressed or evolved, I guess, depending on your perspective, into a more of a polyistic, uh, worshiping, and then Josiah reformed it? I mean, when do you think, or what's the scholarly consensus when this sort
Ori-
of Go ahead.
Yeah, originally the Israelites are just another group of Canaanites, so they worship the god El, who's the chief deity of the Canaanite pantheon. But they also believe that there are many gods, and one of those many gods that were the sons of El, the children of El, would be Hashem, Yahweh, would be one of the sons of El. Now, eventually, Yahweh becomes more prominent amongst some groups of Canaanites, including the people of people of Judah, and really, when we start seeing the elevation of Yahweh amongst the Israelites, is going to be starting with Josiah's Reformation. That's when all these other cultic sites of Yahweh are sort of set aside in favor of the one in Jerusalem, and worship of Asherah as the consort of Yahweh is also suppressed under Josiah. But still, at this point, it's not monotheism; it's still monolatry. It's the idea that the correct
What does that
understanding.
mean? What does monolatry mean?
Yeah, monolatry is the belief that all other gods exist, but our God is, in this case, Yahweh. So, example, Deuteronomy 6:4, Shema Israel, Yahweh Eloheinu, Yahweh Echad, which most scholars today translate as
Shema?
Yeah, the Shema. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh is our God, Yahweh alone.
Yahweh is one. Yeah.
Well, not is one. Most Bible scholar translations today, more scholarly ones would say it doesn't mean is one, as in it's a reference to his ontology, but rather it's a reference to exclusivity. Echad here means alone.
The one true God. Yeah. Yeah, because I would agree with you that the Old Testament, the Tanakh, argues for the existence of other deities. There's multiple references to them. Just the Old Testament obviously affirms that, Hashem is the single most powerful and the true entity among the pantheon of the deities. But I don't think that's necessarily a contradiction in the Tanakh, and what happened and how the Israelites developed, because the Tanakh itself states and at least affirms that there are other deities. So, I mean, maybe at least from my perspective, I wouldn't view that as one of the contradictions that there's some or some sort of error there. I think that is actually sort of agrees with the
Well,
continuity.
would you agree with the ancient Israelites that these other gods really do exist? Like, if you go over to the neighboring, yeah, like if you go over to the neighboring country, like if, for example, if the Israelites left the land of Israel, they're now in the territory of a different deity that really does exist.
I think they believe that. Do I think that the deities as documented in the Tanakh existed? No, I don't. But just like I still believe in, to some degree, the God of the Old Testament, I can't eliminate the possibility that other deities exist, like in the divine council. So when in Genesis it says, "Let us make man," that's not, I mean, Christians will say that's, Jesus, Trinity, etc.
Yeah.
To me, that's that's Hashem speaking to the divine council. Let us, he doesn't need the divine council, but he just speaks to them. It's a matter of, I believe Rashi or maybe some other commentary is just sort of, or a bit of commentary states that it's meant to teach a lesson out of, respect and humility to others, that, hey, we're going to create man now. But really, even though the other deities exist in the divine council, it's Hashem and, God, the God, deciding that as such. So that would be my response to that. So I don't.
And then what ends up happening in Israelite history is that you have this god named El Olam, El Shaddai. He's the chief deity of the Canaanites.
Correct me if I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I was under the assumption like El Shaddai, Yud Kei Vav Kei. Those are just other names for Hashem. They're not necessarily distinct deities.
Well, in the Canaanites worshipped the god El. He was the chief god of the Canaanite pantheon. And we have examples in the book of Deuteronomy where Yahweh is one of the sons of El. El distributes amongst, for example, there are 70 sons of El. They're all deities. And according to Israelite tradition, how many nations are there?
How many nations are there?
Yeah, like if you were to ask and biblically speaking, if you were to ask an Israelite, how many nations are there? There were 70.
At then or now?
Well, then they would have said there are 70 nations.
Oh, could be. I mean, I remember some. I know some of the names: the Moabites, the Edomites, like those sort of nations. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, and the Israelites believe that there were 70 nations, which is why they offered up 70 bulls on Sukkot for the 70 nations. And the 70 sons of El. It says important in Deuteronomy that El distributed the gods amongst the nations, and it was to Yahweh that Israel was given as his inheritance. Now, eventually, though, what ends up happening?
If anyone,
1 second, my co-host.
I was just going to say,
you won't be able to hear them.
No problem.
If anyone is looking for what Dalton is talking about, it's Deuteronomy 32:8 and 9.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 32:8 and 9. Now, what ends up happening is that El, the chief deity of Canaan, and Yahweh get brought together. They are compounded to become a singular entity. So now Yahweh and El are one and the same, which is why in some ancient sources, like the E source, God is simply El. Abraham knows God only as El or El Shaddai. And in the J source, Abraham does know God by the name Yahweh. And these are why they have these two different traditions. And why the book of Exodus can say that God never revealed himself as Yahweh to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but only as El, because that's from the E source as opposed to the J source. But eventually they get brought together. And this is probably during sometime between the time of Josiah and the exile. And it's in the exile that Yahweh's power is exponentially grown, because the people are going into exile, and generally a deity's power is localized to the region that deity rules over. So, which is why Naaman takes dirt with him from Israel back to his land so that he can worship Yahweh there. But during this time, the Israelites are now having to find a way to cope with the fact that they're no longer in the Holy Land. And as a result, Yahweh travels with them into exile, and Yahweh sort of becomes this highest of all gods, so much so that he's able to rule from anywhere. God's glory will go with them into exile. Psalm 82 is probably written around this time, where Yahweh says to the other gods, because of their malfeasance and their the fact that they were acted unjustly, they are now demoted to mortality, and Yahweh now inherits all nations.
Is it not possible? Is there? I know there's no historicological evidence for the first temple, though I do believe most scholars would agree that there some sort of first temple existed. Whether it's to the grand scale that is described, probably not. Probably to a lesser degree, but most scholars do agree a first temple did exist. I believe that's the consensus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it not possible that Hashem was still worshipped and still considered the primary deist of the Israelites at that time during the reigns of David,
He
Solomon?
he was one of the deities worshipped with them. There is evidence to suggest that even in the temple of Jerusalem, it wasn't just Yahweh that was worshipped, but also Asherah, his consort, was worshipped in the temple. And those references to Asherah were skimmed from the record. We have some sort of we have some hints in the biblical text of Asherah being sort of wiped away from the record. Dan McClellan has more videos on this topic specifically. But I'll be honest with you, bud. With 4 minutes left to go on the show, I've had to pee for 30 minutes.
No, go. And, your conversation though.
Yeah, and you're more than welcome to call back in. And also check out those books that I suggested on top of. We're all just giving you homework to do.
I will.
But
no, I
I'm
appreciate
sure you'll
it.
enjoy them nonetheless.
It was more so the premise that I sort of had a contention with, but now that you stated that it's more so a honey trap for Christian apologists or apologists that believe in biblical dogma to a more not that I'm not I guess an apologist to some degree, of course, but those that believe it a lot more of the actual apologetic narrative. So I was just curious. So that was more so what I took sort of contention with, but I really do appreciate it was a really great conversation. I'm definitely going to add those books to the list that Justin already sent, and I definitely hope at some point we'll speak in the future, just because really fascinating discussion. And even though we don't agree on everything, there are definitely some things that I learned and actually agree with you learning about today. So I really do appreciate the conversation.
All right, Seth, well, you have a wonderful day, bud, and shalom.
Yeah, you too, bud. Shalom. You too. Thank you.
Everyone, while I go and use the little Bible guy room, I'm going to let Quantanaut and Ashlyn run the show for just a second while I go produce let there be a stream. I'm gonna leave the stream so I can go make a stream.
Please mute your microphone.
All right, guys.
Oh boy.
Let's say all the bad words so we get taken down on TikTok.
I mean, you've already got yourself taken down once, right?
This is true. Maybe this might actually just only affect me. Never mind. Quantanaut being the smart one.
The smart one. Again, just don't play that quiz where I completely fell on my face with naming very, very simple gods.
Oh yeah, I know.
I should have known Hades. Oh my god, I feel so bad about that one.
Look at me, guys. I'm smarter than a rocket surgeon.
A rocket surgeon?
Isn't that what you do?
No, I don't do rocket surgery.
Oh, okay. I knew that.
I'm not actually sure if I've explained to your audience what it is I actually do. Have I?
You're a quantum physicist or in training.
More accurately, I focus on particle colliders. So, like, if you've heard of the Large Hadron Collider, I do very similar stuff, except with a collider here in the United States called the Relativistic Heavy Ion Collider. And I also do R&D work for a future collider that will eventually replace it, called the Electron Ion Collider, to study the structure of the proton. So, in a very big nutshell, that's what it is I work on. And I am a graduate student, a PhD candidate, hopefully nearing graduation soon.
So you just play around with little tiny teeny balls.
We smash the rocks together. That's, whenever in history we want to find out more about the world, smashing stuff together is the best way to do it.
I had to.
I like
I had to go.
this. Maybe I'll become a rocket surgeon.
I had to go outside. Wait a minute. Seth. Let's see. And
Wait, why'd you have to go pee outside?
Because someone was in the bathroom. And
You
by the
wanted
way,
to see it freeze.
Oh.
I was right, by the way. It was snowing and it's completely white outside now, and I don't know what to do. Anyways, but we're gonna read the last super chat, and then but before I do that, I'm gonna find someone that we can send a raid to on TikTok.
Oh.
Let's take a look. Let's see.
Don't think
I might do my own live either later tonight or tomorrow, because I gotta really take advantage of the fact that I'm going to be on Unapologetic.
Hell yeah, you have to advertise yourself, and make sure you advertise yourself while you're on the show. Are there any? I mean, Thinker is live right
although
now.
it's great.
She's on her own live.
It's
though?
great timing, because literally the day after that, I'm going to get deviated septum surgery, so I'll be out of commission for a couple weeks as I heal.
Oh wait, this is on my main account. I can't look at other lives. What am I doing? Let's see.
Yeah, I don't see any.
No one is live right now.
Live.
Well, I mean, gosh, you're convincing me. I might as well just start up my own stream if there's a niche available in the market.
There is.
It looks like there is. So everyone, make sure you're following Quantanaut right now, so that when they go live, you can go and follow them and watch their live. Now, we're gonna read the super chat real quick.
At Herbie Shine with the £5. As a fuller-figured gentleman, clothes are difficult because of sizing. I tend not to buy merchandise, but like the idea.
Yeah, I understand. I'm also in that same. Wow, your keyboard is
Oh, was that? Oh man, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I get it.
I'm pinging the necessary people. For
Quantanaut, go ahead and go off and go live, and then we'll just send everybody over there. Those tend to work best. Yeah.
Give me like 3 minutes, but to set up and everything.
All right.
As you can
Go
see,
do it.
As you can see, I'm also a fuller size gentleman. And finding clothes that fit is also difficult for me. But you know, I don't know what it takes to make merchandise, but we'll see what happens. And I definitely, at least for myself, I want to get a hoodie for myself that's got my logo on it or something, so I can wear it while we're live. That is the hope and the dream, at least. All right. Anyways, so everyone, I've been the Bible guy.
No. Did you not hear? We're
What?
waiting for Quantanaut. We're waiting
Are
for
they not-
Quantanaut.
we're waiting for them to go live. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, they need like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, we'll give them 2 or 3
You're
minutes.
always so anxious. You're always so anxious to end. Guys, he wants to leave you.
Yeah, it's like a bad parent. I want to leave you here while I run off and do something else.
He's
SP
going
in the
out
last
for
15
milk, guys.
SP in the last 15 minutes, not a single Christian. No, we had a Jewish guest on though. I guess I'll just. There's someone who wants to talk to us. I guess we'll speed conversation, and then I'll send you all guys at Quantanaut. Truth Eternal. I'm gonna speed through this conversation with you. I'm gonna ask you 4 questions. Make sure you answer them really fast. Question number 1: are you at least 18? Are you at least 18?
Yes, I am.
Question number 2: are you a Bible believer?
Yes.
Question number 3: how much of the Bible have you read?
I've read the Proverbs and just like different bits and pieces here and there.
All right. And question number 4: what pronouns do you go by?
What pronouns?
Mm-hmm.
She, her.
All right. She, her. Truth Eternal. She, her. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. The Bible is bullshit. Change my mind. Make it quick.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's cathedrals, Gothic cathedrals in Milan, Paris, in Cologne, Germany, in Notre Dame, in
There are
Spain.
temples.
All of these
There are
beautiful,
there are temple.
magnificent
There are
cathedrals
there are
based on
temples.
Christianity.
There are temples dedicated to
They
different
are so
gods,
majestic. They are
and
so
they are so
ornate.
majestic.
And
They
I
are so
look at what,
ornate. And I look up. Yeah, I do the same
yes,
thing
I
with
look
the.
at things
I do the
what
same.
things
I do the same.
produce,
I
and you produce. You
anyways. So I do the same thing with the Greek gods. Like I look at the temples and they're ornate and beautiful. Blah 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 blah. Is Zeus real now? Is Zeus going around fucking a bunch of chicks now because of beautiful temples? Is that how that works? Does the existence of a building dedicated to a deity, even an ornate building, demonstrate that the deity exists?
Yeah, you're about 2,026 years late to the party, my guy. Everything happened
So
for you to
whatever
show
is
up on the scene.
whatever.
2,000 years late.
So whatever's popular is what's true. If something is currently popular, then that means that God is true. So at one point Zeus was real, but when Christianity came along, then suddenly Yahweh became
Yeah,
real
you
because
have no understanding of world history or geography.
so does Allah
Oh my
also
god.
so does Allah also exist? Because there's lots of ornate and beautiful mosques all over the world. Does Allah and real and Muhammad is the true prophet because of all the ornate mosques?
Truth.
Yes, to
These
billions
are
of people he does because
these
he has
are
billions of followers all
these are
around.
horrible arguments.
Yeah,
These are some
I'm
of
just
the
gonna.
worst arguments I've ever heard.
So just real
My
quick,
like a
No, you
child.
can't. You're not equipped. You're not.
Truth Eternal, I want to hear you make your shahada now and declare that Muhammad is the last and final prophet of Allah. If you're going to be if you're going to be consistent, and the existence of beautiful ornate mosques proves that Allah is real and therefore Muhammad is his final messenger, I would like to hear you give your shahada here on the live. Could you do that for us, bud? Go ahead, do that. Profess Muhammad is the one true prophet.
Yes, there's liberating scriptures for every walk of life.
No, what I asked for you to do is to profess the Shahada. Go ahead, do that. Profess that Muhammad is the one true prophet. If cathedrals existing proves that
I
Yahweh
don't
is
follow
true,
the Quran. I haven't read the Quran, but I know I've seen.
but Truth Eternal, there are lots of beautiful mosques all over the
They're
place.
praying 3 times a day. They're doing service.
But why don't you profess Muhammad? There are so many beautiful mosques all over the place. All right.
Okay,
I
you
think
stop
that
muting me.
I think that gave Quanta not enough time to go live, right?
Quantanaut, where are you? Quantanaut. Quantanaut's not live yet.
I just wanted to let them
That
know.
was that was ridiculous.
I just wanted
That
to
was
play
the
with them a little
worst
bit.
argument.
I didn't take them seriously.
Like,
I was just
are they
there to play with them.
like that was so dumb. Like that had to be the dumbest like those are some of the dumbest arguments I've ever heard for why the Christian God exists. Because man made a building because they really liked this God, therefore God equals true.
Yeah. So apparently, like Zeus had ontology until Christianity existed, and then Zeus ceased to exist, and then Yahweh came into being. Apparently, that's how that works.
Ooh, I made a pretty drawing once. Does that mean like there's a God that's true? Like just because pretty thing exists, therefore God? I'm very confused on what this does and does not apply to.
And then we got a super chat
here. At Herbie Shine with the £2. Daddy, don't leave us. Daddy, don't leave, Daddy.
That makes me, I don't know what it is about that. That makes me think of that one video. Daddy, chill. What the fuck even is that? You've seen that video. I guess pharaohs were actually gods because the pyramids were made. Yeah, the pyramids are still around. So I guess the pharaohs really are gods now. I guess I'll put that on top 10 5 worst arguments for Jeebus I've ever heard. Listen, I
yelled at Quantanaut because I said, I was like, where are you? Go live, we're waiting.
Yeah, I've been live for about 3 hours and 40 minutes now, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and lead in the live, and y'all just go find Quanta on TikTok and watch his.
Okay,
and
they're
watch
live
it.
now.
There you
Quantanaut's
go. Quanta
live.
is live. Everyone go send Quantanaut a live raid. Tell him the Bible guy sent you, and with that, I've been the Bible guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we'll see you all again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye.
Bye.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame, he tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the scars align, knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind faith fell. He reads the word and he reads it well. The Bible guy, seeker of the light. Through time and fire he rides the night, with reason's blade and wisdom's cry. The world shall hear the Bible guy. Scrolls of ages, words aflame. He dares to question